Hello, Philadelphia! I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gargano Show!
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy day 2 of the basketball Bacchanal. That's it. We are live at the fabulous Parx Casino for day 2 of the tournament. Cannot wait. Kicking off the festivities. Everybody's got that bit of a bleary-eyed kind of look as they'll get ready for today. Should be even bigger than yesterday. I was just talking to VG about it. Today will be even a bigger day because it's Friday, and Friday the tournament, more people are taking off, playing hooky, and about to have fun. We were packed yesterday. It was a blast here at Parx Casino. Do yourself a favor and come on down, man. It's a great spot here at this sports book at Parx Casino. You'll have they have all the great appetizers that we had yesterday. It was a million of them we had yesterday.
They were dynamite.
They were incredible, man.
Boneless wings.
The boneless wings.
Them for days.
Yeah, they were fantastic. The poutine, was it?
Poutine.
The poutine.
Oh, from our Canadian friends.
Yes.
Poutine.
Yes. And the burgers are terrific. Pizza. They had the good pepperoni. It was good stuff. The Anthony Gargano Show presented by TrueMark Financial Credit Union. TrueMark.com/PHLY for the credit union difference. VG, violations, Greg Caputo. I'm Anthony Gargano. And big day for you. Coming up, we will have the brain at 11:20 to get you set for today's action and a look into tomorrow, because now we have tomorrow. Hopefully your brackets are pretty much intact. It was I don't want to say uneventful day, but it was a chalky day yesterday. So we'll go over all the games, the whole thing. We'll talk to Baldy at noon and Bobby C at 12:30. So we'll have you all set up. TV Todd around 1 and for some overtime. But let's look at yesterday. First of all, did you survive O'Neill's? After Parx yesterday, you went down.
I did. I mean, it was a lot of beer and buds and basketball, but we survived.
How was your? How long was your shift?
I got there like 2:20.
You left it after the last game?
Like 10. After 10. Nah, I put in like 8 hours. Did 8 hours. Came home, ordered some Chinese food.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, man.
How many meals did you have yesterday?
How many meals?
Yeah, did you eat it?
I didn't eat it. Once I left here, I didn't. Oh, I had cheese fries at O'Neill's.
Okay.
And then we ordered some Chinese food from a little South Philly joint last night.
Oh, yeah? What'd you get? A little low main action?
I do General So.
Oh,
a little fried rice, some spring rolls. Yeah.
I thought you don't eat the chicken. Oh, you eat the chicken.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You just don't eat the beef.
I had the burger here yesterday. It was tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The best is like the noodles or Chinese food helps at the end of the night.
I should have went with some lo mein, probably. The fried General Tso's, my stomach's not great today.
Yeah, I guess the 30 beers had nothing to do with that. That was that's great. Andrew, what did you do yesterday? Did you party it up?
I went home. I brought all that food with me. Yeah. I ate a lot of that food.
Andrew had a truck full of all the food. Our table was filled with incredible food from here at Parx. And Andrew and his roommate got to eat well last night.
We ate very well. Yeah, watched the
Andrew
games.
Sitting in a recliner with like a robe on.
I was rubbing my tummy all night. Yep.
Rubbing.
Watching hoops. So it was not a lot of upsets. Very chalky day yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, it was chalk. Clemson's really the only real upset, right?
Clemson, McNeese, which was
McNeese, yeah. Jamie had a friend who said McNeese outright yesterday. I thought he was crazy.
And they hit. They won outright. And of course, I guess the other one was pretty good. Was the Drake?
I hate the Drake even more.
The Drake takes out Mizzou. The 11th seed Drake takes out Missouri. So that was a big one. Let's go over real quick. Early, it was Creighton over Louisville.
Yeah,
that one hurt
there.
me. I thought in my brackets, I had Louisville going around a couple rounds. I thought they were good. A high point stayed with Purdue up until the end, and then Purdue kind of rolled off over the last 5 minutes.
That's how it goes, man. Those bigger teams. They just weigh you down. The last 10 minutes of the game is usually when those big boys separate themselves a little bit.
Well, you saw it last night with St. John's because St. John's, it was close. My boy Tooch was all about Omaha. I was sending him Peyton Manning memes. Omaha. He said, I need Omaha for a parlay. I was like, all right, I'll root for you. And
but with the points, I hope.
but it didn't matter because the Johnnies rolled, man. The Johnnies played really, really well. That second half, really the last 10 minutes, they just swamp you.
I gave you 2 squads yesterday I thought were a little under the radar. And UCLA and Gonzaga came out. They both looked good yesterday.
Yes, they did. In fact, Tasty Cake Dom just said Zags look tough. And the Zags, they buried Georgia by 20.
Oh, my God. At some point, 10 minutes in the game, Georgia had 3 points.
Yeah, it was a rout from the beginning. And UCLA rout from the beginning over Utah State. UCLA wins big, 72-47 yesterday. Houston, big winner. Wisconsin, a big winner. Auburn rolls by 20.
It was
BYU.
a game for a while. That Auburn game was close for a while. They had a hard, again, the last 10 minutes, they kind of separated themselves.
Yeah, Alabama State had it was plucky, right? They were plucky. But again, that's that second half type of thing. Gonzaga, like we said, BYU takes care of VCU.
That one hurt me. That's a brain battle.
Well, we're going to talk about that for a second. The game I liked the most was Arkansas. I was telling you I liked them a lot. And they won outright over Kansas. A&M takes care of Yale. We talked about the Drake.
The Yale's made it a game, they kept it.
Yeah, but they were really never in it. I mean, they were like, it was never a sweat for an A&M, The Michigan game,
Squeaker.
I mean, that line was right on. I think it was like 2.5, right?
Yeah.
And Michigan wins by 3. Back and forth the whole game with San Diego, and they survived.
That one hurt me. I guess I had San Diego go on 2 games.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
It's
you
a
got to
shame.
throw one in every now and then to try and get some distance from the pack.
Well, listen, it's a shame because they should have won. Like they were right there. Texas Tech takes care of UNC Wilmington last night in the late game, and there was your first full day of the tournament.
That was a good one.
What
I had 2.
What was your highlight? You and the Brain, by the way, have a beef going.
I'm down 2-1. Brain's up on me
right,
right now.
so
I got to make some ground today.
So it was funny. He's coming on in about 10 minutes, and we're going to go over all the games and all the brackets. But it was hysterical. Yesterday, he kept saying, I'm going to wrestle with you.
Yeah,
he wanted to wrestle with VG.
Yeah, he did.
So we're going to have the Bet Park Showdown.
I got a text from him at 6:44 yesterday. Comes down to Kansas for bragging rights.
Where can I put my money down on that fight?
All right, that's a great battle royal.
That's a good battle, yeah.
VG, the trash man versus the Brain. All right, so we'll see where they differ today.
I'm taking Trash Man.
All right, you got Trash Man?
Trash Man's off his game right now.
He'll pull the bike chain
out. A little
out.
sluggish right now.
I don't know. The Brain's soft, man.
Yeah,
the Brain is just got that. Don't suck up to the Brain.
Yeah,
I'll suck up to the
stand
Brain.
your ground, man.
Sucking up to him.
Come on, man. I want to see a fight.
Although the actual last text I got from him of the evening was Michigan -11's a bet, and that was not a good one.
Michigan -11.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a second half bet or something he had.
Oh, wow. Well, the day kicks off early today, as always. Baylor and Mississippi State is your first game coming up in about an hour from now.
Yeah, I was looking at the early games. Just a couple leans, a lean Mississippi State. I don't have a great feel for the early couple games. What about you?
I don't.
I'll tell you what, Bob Morris. I got a guy who's so Bob Morrised up because he's got a great pool. So the beginning of college basketball, they each draft like 10 teams. There's like 100 guys in the league. No, there's like 30 guys in the league. They each get 10 teams. And that's your teams for the year. So he got Robert Morris. So I've been hearing about Robert Morris all year. They've covered 20 straight games. So he's got.
Are you serious?
I saw his package today. He's got Robert Morris gear arrived this morning, so he can show up at the bar with his Robert Morris gear.
Bob Morris. Look at that, Bob Morris. Look at that. That's wild. Bob Morris, Alabama, and then Lipscomb against Iowa State is coming up.
There's a lot of Lipscomb love. I kind of think they're going to get rolled.
Do you?
Everyone's like Iowa State's missing that one player, but I don't know. I still think they were playing really well.
The other, and we'll go through this with the brain, but Colorado State, Memphis, right, and
I was walking in Memphis,
and Mount St. Mary's Duke, so the number one team. How'd you do your brackets wise?
I think I'm mostly okay. I mean, obviously I didn't have McNeese. Yeah, my big loss was I didn't really. UC San Diego is the only one I think I lost out on. I got to win a couple games.
UC, what was it?
UC San Diego.
UC
I had
San
that
Diego?
one in 2 games, so that one hurts a little bit, but I think I'm in good shape so far.
All right. Couple things. One, and then we're going to do this because we have Baldy coming up, but there's a baseball note, and I'm going to read you this.
All right.
Because I was a little nervous over the Phillies. Just, I mean, it's just a nervine. Season's going to begin next week. We're excited.
Yeah.
Right? Fightings. And I'm just like, I had a little pang of, and I don't know if you get this, but you get a pang of nervousness. Like as the season starts, you go, all right, there's a lot riding on this year. Because we think about the windows. And I believe under Middleton, the window they're always going to be in it. Like they're always going to be hovering around it. But, truth be told, your stars are now in your 30s, right? So there's a little bit of a pressure to get stuff done.
Yeah, definitely.
Bryce is in 30s, Schwarber, right? Where you start to look at the lineup, you go, all right.
They're not young by any means.
Right. It's not like when we think about the Eagles, right, and how young the Eagles are. One of the stories is just how incredibly young they are.
Yeah, I mean that's a better story in football, I think. Baseball, guys in their early 30s. Baseball is a game where you can still be, I think, extremely productive up to 34, 35.
Without a doubt. The only issue is, there is.
The issue is, are they going to have to get rid of it? They're going to change the makeup of the team at some point. If they don't win this year, I mean, Schwarber, does he come back?
JT, I mean, and JT's such a great catcher. Right,
and he is, but you could see the decline starting.
You can, but that's my point. Is that you talk about important positions now, where you're starting to age.
Yeah, well, they got that kid, but I think he's still 2 or 3 years away.
Yes, yeah, and about as well as I do when it comes to prospects.
Yeah,
that's the one thing that you got to worry about. Is that sort of thing. So, I come across this. I'm a subscriber. I got to find it to MLB.com. I get a daily update from MLB. All right. Where is my MLB? Because they did their predictions. Their 12 predictions for the season. I heard about this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I get an email every morning.
I think it's a good one.
Oh, really?
No?
It's a great one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny you heard it. I just got to find it. I just had it. What the hell? Anyway, their fearless prediction is that the Phillies are going to win the World Series.
I love it.
I don't want to.
What? This year?
Yes.
What are you talking about? They have the third best odds to win. You act like they're a middle of the road squad.
I'm not acting
They're
that.
a top 4 baseball team.
I'm just looking at LA. I'm looking at the Dodgers.
It's got to go right, man. Mookie Betts has already lost 15 pounds with the flu. You never know in a baseball season.
Do they even need him now?
Yeah.
Here we go. Bold predictions.
Do they even need Mookie Betts? Stop.
Well, here you go. And the title of the story is 9 bold but feasible predictions.
I love it.
All right? And here you go. You got, when he says the Phillies, they go, by the way, one of the predictions is both New York teams will miss the playoffs.
Wow, man.
All right? You got to love that.
Yes, I do.
All right. And then here it is. The Phillies will win the World Series.
I love it because it's good to be on that side of it because we went into the basketball season, the Ringer made 10 outrageous predictions. They're like the Sixers will be a play-in team, and you thought that was crazy. I like being on the other side now for baseball with these bold predictions. Yeah.
All right, here's what he says. I'm old enough to remember when the Phillies were the best team in baseball at last year's All-Star break. They had fallen in the 2022 World Series, gotten overconfident, and overzealous in the batter's box in the 23 NLCS, and learned the hard lessons it would take to reach their rightful destination as champions. I like that.
Love it. A little live and learn.
Or so it appeared. Turns out the Phillies were just a 500 team in the second half and were swiftly eliminated by the upstart Mets in the NLDS last fall. So now this can go one of two ways. Either the Phillies regroup and finish the job with their elite core, or they rapidly show their age and go off a cliff. I'm going with the first one.
Nice.
Because that's way more fun. If the Phillies stay healthy, they have as good a pitching staff as exists in the league. And when the lineup is on one of its heaters and making good swing decisions, it's a mash unit. It's not just...
In a good way, a mash unit, right?
Yes.
All right.
It's not just the average age on the Phillies roster that keeps creeping up there. Dave Dombrowski is not going to do this forever, and he has a chance to become the first chief executive to win the World Series with 3 different franchises. Owner John Middleton is 70 and will leave no stone unturned in giving this devoted fan base the parade it wants. That's going to matter at the trade deadline. The NL is an absolute beast, and the Dodgers especially will be tough to top.
Yeah.
But this is the year Bryce Harper and the boys get their ring.
Todd Zalecki right there.
Anthony Castro.
Oh, nice.
Vince,
not a local guy.
Reporter for MLB.com.
Perfect.
So there you go.
Here's a
national guy.
I'm looking here, man. So where do you think the Phillies rank average age of MLB rosters?
Average age?
Yeah, you got 30 teams.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I got to say in the bottom third easily.
They're 13th. Dodgers are 30th at 31. Phillies are 27.1.
27.1. Now, that's your Stott, your Bohm, your Marsh.
Rojas.
Right?
Yeah, maybe.
Like bringing that number down. I mean, the truth of the matter, if we're, if we're being honest, right? Catcher's a big deal. Bryce at first.
All the studs are old.
Right? I mean, that's comes down to it.
Yeah.
I think Bohm is everything, right? At least to start the year.
I mean, we saw how important it was. He dropped off the cliff after the All-Star break and home run derby, and the team dropped off a cliff.
You're going to need a right-handed bat. Like, obviously, Turner is huge at leadoff. So as it starts, like as the season goes, it's going to be about Turner to lead off, right? And to give you production. Say he does that, because I'm banking he does. And it's Turner, and he's raking, and Bryce, and then Schwarber cleanup. So it's the 3-hole that's everything. I don't think Castellanos is a 3-hole hitter. I never did.
I liked him lower in the lineup.
Yeah, I do too. Gives you
I'm good at 5, 6, 7.
He gives you doubles production.
I think 5 is great for him.
Anywhere in that 5, 6, 7.
Top 3 and 4, I think that's too much pressure on him, and he tries too hard.
Yes, and I agree with that. But it comes down to, can the 3-hole, can Bohm at the 3-hole produce?
I hope so. I think also is the 3-hole hitter that they'll need in October on this squad. Like, I think, like you set it up, Dombrowski's done this whole season. This is all about the trade deadline. He set himself up. He kept all his pieces. He's going to see where this team is in the middle of the year and make a move the trade deadline for a piece I think that'll be meaningful. His last 2 trade deadlines have been pretty uninspiring.
Yeah.
I think this is the year he does something big at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So I think Bohm is a 3-hitter. I mean, he looks the part. I just don't know what happened to him last year.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it comes down to what Bohm is. Now, the deadline is going to be, your other. If you need another outfielder, you need a right-handed power bat. That's what Dombrowski's waiting for. But it's all going to come down to this. Listen, we like their pitching staff. The bullpen's got some questions. They got good arms down there. All right. I love the rotation. It's going to come down to, can Bohm hit out of the 3-hole.
I mean, I hope to God he can.
Yeah.
I got a lot of excitement and plans riding on this.
All right. Well, we'll get into a lot of that stuff. We'll talk to Bobby Cooney a little bit later on. But it's basketball time. Coming up, we go to the brain as we reach 11:20 Eastern time. Inside an hour for first tip. We got to get you ready for all the games. And the brain, we'll go through it. All right? But first, let's talk about some of our friends. Yes, let's talk about Rothman. Is your back out of whack? All right? Is your shoulder, how you feeling?
Pain every day.
Every day?
Every day, yeah. Hopefully soon I'll be fixed.
Yeah, joints aching, hands cramping, back out of whack. Well, whether you're Andrew or whether you're neck, sometimes you sleep long. Your body's weird, right?
Super weird.
Rothman's got you, all right? And Rothman Orthopedics, practicing specialized care has been their passion for over 50 years. Their mission is high-quality, compassionate, affordable care rooted in research. Research leading to new treatments and better outcomes. Each Rothman doctor is laser-focused on their specialty. Hip, knee, spine, you name it. They have a team for each body part right in your backyard. All right, so you can cross over to defense. You can drain your jumpers. You can throw to your little boy like I do every day. All right in your backyard. They're Rothman Orthopedics. They specialize in you. All right, everyone, again, we know that we want to be active and stay active and move, and that's where Rothman comes in. All right, for over 50 years, Rothman has participated in thousands of groundbreaking research and clinical trials with the goal of advancing knowledge, developing treatments, improving outcomes for the benefit of their patients. Rothman Orthopedics, specializing in orthopedics in you. Visit rothmanortho.com/PHLY to learn more and make an appointment today. All right, we are also here at Parx Casino in Wright Street Road. What's up, guys? Happy Tournament Day. Happy Tournament Day. Look, it's festive. Everybody's excited here at Parx Casino, Street Road in Bensalem. All the great stuff that they have to offer. Listen, the sports book's going to be hopping. People are going to be watching games, doing their thing. But if you can't get here, you got, yes, the perfect app, the BetParx app. I got the Parx out. Floaty on today.
Yeah, nice.
Feel that? It's nice.
Yeah,
it's a nice
good fabric.
Yeah, it's
nice textile.
Yes, it is. So here you go. Let's look at some of the odds, and my man will be here to discuss it all. But if you're looking for the futures, like you still got it. You still got futures going. So whether you'll start to look, all the games, in-game wagering, who wins it all, whatever you want, it's right here on the BetParx Sportsbook and online casino app. So you can bet in-game, you can bet parlays, all the fun stuff they have. Props, I mean, you name it. What's up, brother? As we're hanging out, it's a lot of fun. By the way, make your downtime fun time, so while you're watching the game, you can play some live dealer blackjack like my man, or roulette, or baccarat, or all the hot online slots, the Peaky Blinders, the Rocky, Squid Games. They have all your favorite shows as slots, so it's so much fun. They have the human slot here.
The human slot's going to be kicking back up soon, I think, at noon.
Yeah, the human slot. We love it. Check it out. In fact, new customers get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down the first 24 hours. BetParx.com has all the details. Just remember, you got to be 21. You got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, let's go to our man now. The ambassador for Parx is the one, the only Brain.
Brain. Red, the Brain Finder.
Good morning, Brain.
You know, 20 million things going on in my life. I only cared about one thing yesterday. What was that? What's the one thing I cared about?
Beating VG.
Beating VG.
You wanted to beat VG bad, and you did.
I'll take going 2-1. Listen, I don't care. Listen, the Georgia game, he smoked me like a Cuban cigar. I own it, but 2-1 is 2-1. Fuck yeah, I'm good about it.
My VCU guys came out small. BYU protected the ball. Only 11 turnovers, I think, in the whole game. Not good for the VCU guys.
So you had the two games. So VG won the
I won Gonzaga.
Gonzaga,
The Gonzaga game.
right? And then the Brain won BYU and Arkansas.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I loved Arkansas too. I thought you were spot on. So
50-50 game, man. 50-50
Brain
game.
wins round 1 of this heavyweight fight.
I got the Eraser Hood
By the way-
Brew shirt on because I'm trying to erase my memory of yesterday and start fresh today.
Anthony, by the way, Saturday's games are up on Parx. A lot of games I like.
Yeah, we're going to go over it. We'll go over today, and then we'll go over tomorrow. We'll
Because
go over
I really
it.
like tomorrow's card. I love it, actually.
Yeah,
I'm curious
yeah.
if me and V will be arm wrestling again.
Well, what I want to do is I want to create the round 1, right? We're going to go through the tournament, and this is like, listen, here at Parx they have MMA and boxing, and I want to see you two go at it in a candy cap and wrestling match. All right? So we'll pick.
I'm ready.
We'll pick our games today and tomorrow, and then we'll continue through the tournament. All right?
Awesome.
All right, let's start. Without further ado, let's go through all the games. We'll start Baylor and Mississippi State. All right, so Mississippi State and Baylor to kick it off 12:15 today.
Yeah, I mean, let me bring up the lines right now. Baylor, I think is about a 1.5 point dog right now on the
Yeah,
Parx
but
site.
Mississippi State, right.
Look, at my ratings, I actually show Baylor should be about a 1.5 point favorite, so not like a ton of edge. But, again, I don't like either one of these teams, to be honest. But who do I think is going to win? I think Baylor's going to win. I think they're, again, I haven't had ranked higher, but again, these are two. Baylor's the team I actually thought going into the year, Anthony, was going to be good. I thought they had a good portal season, but they've just been disappointing right off the shoot. They got smoked by Gonzaga, and it hasn't gotten really any better for them all year. But I don't like the way Mississippi State's been playing down the stretch at all. I think Baylor wins a close one here. Lean Baylor getting the 1.5. I think they should be a slight favorite. They're a slight dog.
All right, so you got Baylor with it. Now, VG, if there's something you feel strongly about, you jump in.
Yeah, I don't
okay?
have a feel on that one.
You know, we're not going to pick every game. We're just going to pick a handful of games.
Yeah.
That'll be the Battle Royal. All right, the next tip-off at 12:40 is Alabama and Bob Morris. Robert Morris.
There's a lot of Bob Morris love out there, Brain. Are you seeing that or feeling that?
Now, listen, Alabama's a team that, now let me say this. I made a big bet against Alabama. I bet St. John's pick 'em against him, getting $1.55 to get more wins. The tie's a tie. I think Alabama really is a little bit overrated, to be honest. This isn't the spot I'm looking to go against them. I'm sure, the way they look. Offensively, they're always the team that could.
They cook offensively. Yeah, they score.
Yeah, but they don't even shoot the three great. That's the funny thing.
No, they're a tempo team.
Volume.
Yeah, they're a
They're a
tempo
tempo
team.
team. This is not a game I'm playing. Sure, Alabama's going to win. Not a game I'm personally betting, but I think Alabama is a team to look to fade going forward.
All right.
Bob Morris has covered 20 straight. Just a little nugget there, Brain.
Are you on? Is that
covered 20
official
in a row?
play for you, Bob?
I am not on Bob
Is Bob
Morris.
official
They've
play?
covered 20 in a row?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They've had a good season against the spread.
Well, then I would be on that side. Listen, again, that's a crazy stat. That actually, it's hard to cover 20 in a row. I will tell you this. That I didn't know they covered 20 in a row. That is that's phenomenal. I mean, that's incredible. It really is. I don't care who you are.
They're not playing much, but
What the market thinks about you repeatedly. But again, I just remember early in the year they played West Virginia and they lost by 30, and I just can't shake that from my memory bank. So that's why I couldn't get there with them. But if I had to pick a side, I guess I'd be leaning there, but I'm not betting that game.
Iowa State and Lipscomb, the 14 and the 3 seed, go at it. Iowa State, there's a lot of talk about Iowa State being vulnerable because they're banged up.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I don't like Iowa State at all. I really don't. But when I look at Lipscomb, I'm like, all right. Anytime I look at these teams, who do they play that's a team that somewhat is comparable to Iowa State? They lost by 29 to Kentucky. It's a somewhat comparable team. And they lost by 16 to Arkansas, somewhat of a comparable team. I don't think this Iowa State team is very good. I think they were, again, another team before the year I liked a lot. They were good last year. They had everyone coming back. They started off great. First 20 games of the year, this was a good team. Sorry about the dogs barking. But I'm going to lean here Iowa State just because I don't really think Lipscomb is that good. But again, Iowa State's another team I'm going to look to fade as the tournament moves on.
Memphis and Colorado State. This is an interesting one because the 12th seed is favored over the 5 seed.
Just going to shut my door real quick. Hang on, I don't want the dogs to at least mute the volume a little bit on barking. Yeah, listen, Memphis lost Tyrese Hunter, who was like their facto best player. Now Memphis, again, the team is another team who's been consistent, has had a really good year. Colorado State has won 10 in a row, so they've been playing well as well. Tough game for me. Again, very tough game. I like the way Memphis has played all year. Now, again, when you lose your best player, say to yourself, how much is that going to affect how you play? Obviously, it can affect it a lot. But I'm going to have a slight lean here to Memphis. I think they're going to find a way to win a very close game. I think this game's going to be decided by 5 points or less. Either way.
All right. And then, of course, you have the big heavyweight 1 seed in Duke, Mount St. Mary's. And that's a huge line.
Yeah, it's a huge line now. Again, look, the line's sitting at 32 right now on the Parx site. So, I mean, look, again, anytime you're laying 32 in a game, I will say this. I would have much rather laid 32 with Duke than with Auburn yesterday.
Gotcha.
To me, Auburn's a team that is, you know what I mean? Like, having played, at least Duke really should be winning by that. So, I know that's after the fact, but again, not a game I'm betting, but I would actually be on the Duke side.
All right. And any of these totals, if they come to mind, you just let us know. St. Mary's against Vandy. This should be a good game. It's 7-10 seed. You get your SEC Vandy, a school that you know well because your son, our man Versace, goes there.
You know, it's interesting. A lot of people I respect who follow this for their lives really like the St. Mary's team. Now, I love St. Mary's coach. They always give a professional effort. They do. But when I look at this game, I just think it's one of these games that either team can win. And I always like taking the points in a game where I think either team can win. And there's some 5s popping up right now. I think it's still 4.5 on the Parx site right now as I look at it. But I'm going to lean here towards Vanderbilt in a game where I think either team can win, even though, again, I know a lot of people think St. Mary's potentially can make a run here. I will say this, whoever wins this game, I think they have a chance in the next round, because I believe they're in the Alabama bracket, right?
Yeah.
I think Alabama is very, very vulnerable. So, I think whoever wins this has a chance to potentially go to the Sweet 16. So I just don't love this Alabama team.
All right. Another good game. This North Carolina, right? Yeah. Everybody, ripped. Oh, They don't belong. They roll in the playing game, and now they go in and face Ole Miss, the 6th seed, and they're the favorite.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Look, this North Carolina team is another team. A lot of teams this year that were supposed to be good. Kansas jumps to mind. Baylor jumps to mind. North Carolina jumps to mind. They were supposed to be top 8 teams that really were disappointing. And North Carolina, was at the top of that list. This was a team that got back a lot of their players from last year, including R.J. Davis, and they just have been disappointing all year. But I was following this team very close this year. And down the stretch, I actually did see an improvement with this team. I don't like Hubert Davis as a coach, but I actually did see a team that has gotten better, okay? And then even at the end of the year, now I know that Duke was the flagship, who cares, but they were down by 25 and a half. And they covered all the way to 1. 2 free throws with 3 seconds to go, and they got the lane violation and they lost. So I like the way they've been playing. And then again, they beat San Diego State by a zillion. I bet this game. I did bet Carolina -1.5. I understand maybe this is just me falling for it.
You're right.
I get it. I actually did bet this game. I think Carolina wins. Again, I don't think Mississippi's that great at all. Neither is Carolina. But I think Carolina is playing well. I think Carolina wins it.
All right, that's our first.
We got a battle!
Fine.
We got a battle here.
Oh, there it is. The first one. Ring the bell.
We had to start somewhere.
Ding.
I mean, give me Ole Miss. They're only lost. I mean, in the last month, they've only lost to Florida and Auburn. I'll take my chances there.
What do you like about Ole Miss? Let's start there.
They're just rebels, dude. No, they score. I think they're a team that can score. And I think the SEC is a good conference.
Best conference in
all about
college
the
basketball.
SEC. I think the ACC is woefully overrated this year. I don't even know if they were overrated. They just had a bad year. And I think it's coming to bite them. They lost 2 games yesterday. They're going to lose 1 today, and Duke will be the lone ACC team after today, I think.
What do you? What's your feeling on Ole Miss, Brain?
I think they're all. Listen, I think they're okay. I think they're okay. I think they're better than Mississippi State, but I think they're okay. I thought Carolina should be that tiny favorite they are, but I just have a. Sometimes I'll just go with my the numbers. Look, this. Based off my numbers, I thought Carolina should be a little over 2-point favorites. It's not like I'm stealing here, okay? But I'm going by my instincts of just having watched Carolina. I just like the way they played down the stretch. I think they played better, and I think the fact that everyone's just saying how crappy they are, and just I do think they're like, all right, you know what? Screw that. Let's just. I do think that gives maybe just a tiny motivational piece. They played really well the last game. I think they win a close game. Again, I think the game's gonna be tight. I think they'll probably, I think it's gonna be close, but I think Carolina's gonna win. I like the way they're playing, and I think they're gonna win a close game.
All right, there you go. How about Grand Canyon versus Maryland? This is the last of the afternoon sessions.
I am on the verge. I am so close right now to playing Grand Canyon. I haven't done it yet.
I'm on that side. I was hoping you were going to give me some Maryland. I wanted to go all antelope up on you.
I think the Grand Canyon side.
You're a Grand Canyon man too, huh?
Yeah.
The antelopes.
Maryland. Look, Maryland's a team that if they were a dog in a game, I like them. Again, they have every game they've lost this year has been by 6 or fewer. They've been competitive in every game. Okay, St. John's, by the way, same thing. They haven't lost a game by more than 3. Maryland has lost a game by more than 6. So those teams that just they've been competitive every game. But do I want to be laying 10.5 points with Maryland? No, I don't. To me, they're a team that can hang with the big boys, but also I don't trust them fully. Losing that Michigan game, every time I watch Michigan, I swear I think they stink. I know they won again yesterday, but I just watched Michigan. I just don't think they're any good. Maryland's another team. Again, I like the way they've played. They've been good and they played well, but 10.5 points for me is a little bit too rich. I thought this line should have been closer to a 7.5, maybe 8. 10.5, I'm probably going to end up betting Grand Canyon.
Hey, Brady, let me ask you. Both these teams play a little up-tempo. What do you think about that total number at 149.5?
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, I lean to the over, but I've also seen Maryland when they just have struggled to score. But again, this is an opponent where that really shouldn't be the case. Yeah. Not playing the total, but I see what you're saying. But I'm not. It's not one I'm personally betting.
Okay. You got the Rocky theme song behind.
Yeah, I was went from Luther to the Rocky theme. Let's go to the night session, and the other beast, Florida against that Norfolk State.
Yeah, I mean, look again. It's now Florida has beaten teams by margin this year consistently. They absolutely spanked teams. I'm not taking Norfolk getting 28.5 or leave it like that.
Right.
To me, Florida is what they do. They're so good on both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? So it's to me, it's if I'm looking to take a team getting close to 30 points, I'm hoping, okay, maybe there's something this team doesn't do well. Florida does everything well. They're going to shut you down and they're going to score on you. So I would be on the Florida side here, and actually, out of the 4 number 1 seeds, that's probably the one I feel the most confident about in terms of
laying it. Yeah.
Covering a huge. I'm not betting it, right. But I do think they'll cover this huge.
This feels like a bloodbath.
Yeah, it's got that 105.
Brady's right, Florida just blowing teams out.
Yeah, they could they can hang 100 and go. You could see 105 to 58.
Sure.
Yeah, yes.
That's got that vibe to it. All right, Kentucky versus Troy. Kentucky, 11.5 against Troy.
It's down to 11. Now, here's the thing. I think Lamont Butler's supposed to be healthy from what I'm understanding. I look at Troy, because I think you said, was it Dick Girardi you said who liked him, Anthony?
Yeah.
Someone did.
Yeah.
Smart. So I did a deeper dive, and when I looked at Transplantation, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I saw Troy play a bunch of basketball,
Right.
my ass off. But Troy, again, what I do like to do, I like to see when teams play teams and that can somewhat say, all right, when they've had a chance to face competition, how have they done it? They played Oregon, they played Houston, they played Arkansas. 3 teams that we could say, okay, Kentucky could fit in that category. They got absolutely humiliated in all 3. So I'm not going to be betting Kentucky, but actually Kentucky would be my side.
I like Kentucky here.
You like Kentucky?
Yeah. You know, I told you they're my like Achilles right now. I have a soft spot for them. I love their offense. They played a brutal schedule.
Yeah. I could see a lot of public Troy like, oh, they're not believers in Kentucky. I think you're right, VG. All right, this is a good game. 7-10 game. Marquette and New Mexico. Marquette is the 3.5-point favorite over New Mexico.
You know, I remember we talked about yesterday, and it turned out to be an easy win for UCLA, but I said the UCLA-Utah State game was just a game I really hated in terms of betting purposes.
Yeah.
This game, I really just hate too. I mean, Marquette, you look at Marquette, you see a team that started off great, right? Their last 12 games, Marquette went 5-7, and they just were awful.
Yeah, they struggled. Yeah, they Villanova beat
really
them.
Everyone beat them.
Yeah.
Everyone beat them. They were just bad. But then I say to myself, New Mexico, I think it's the right number, guys. I think Marquette should be should be between a 3 and 4 point favorite. I'm not trying to not give opinions because I know I'm more,
sure.
It's a show to give it. But this is a game to me where I just don't trust either team. It's just a game I'm not. I'll look to live bet it potentially, but pre-flop, as I like to call it, I just can't get there in this game.
Anything for you?
Nah, I mean, I lean Lobo. I like the Lobos, but it's no fun of bringing it. I think the Lobos might actually win this outright. I'm with it. Marquette's very frustrating. They're such a frustrating team. They have more talent, you think, but they play so inconsistently. I hate. I bet Marquette a few times this year. I hate betting them.
I kind of agree with you, Marquette. I've been there, done that, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. The last of the early evening games is Arizona and Akron. Arizona, 14.5.
You know, it's interesting. I actually watched. I did watch that tournament. I did watch Akron actually a few times in their tournament. They have a great record, Akron. Great record. Not impressed watching it. Now, yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit. Yesterday we had Wisconsin against Montana, and I go, this was a game where the line was like 16, and I go, I think Wisconsin's going to win the game and cover it, and they did. I don't trust Arizona as much as I trust Wisconsin. That's the problem. But I don't think this Akron team is very good, despite having a good record. They lost to Princeton. Not a great loss. They lost to St. Mary's badly. St. Mary's is obviously a good team, but to me, the only way I'm looking is Arizona. Arizona's played well down the stretch here. They actually have played well. Caleb Love is a guy that, to me, is one of those guys that, especially in the college world, man, he's like he could just carry a team on his back. He really can. I think Arizona covers this game. I don't fully trust them, but I hate laying 14.5. But I do think Arizona gets home.
VG?
I'm with them there.
Yeah. I can see that. I actually like Arizona in the game too.
I like Arizona a lot. I think I have them coming out. I have them in the Final Four, I think.
Do you? Yeah, you do have. That's right. Let's go.
That's right. Yes. All right.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna start with the latest game and work our way back for the Final Four of the day. Oregon is a 6.5-point favorite over Liberty.
Again, another tough game to me. Oregon, again, I like the way Oregon has played down the stretch. I think they played, pretty good basketball. I really, really do. Now, with Liberty, again, who they played in Oregon's category, the answer is no one. They played McNeese State, who they beat. Now, McNeese State, we just watched that game yesterday where Clemson shot 2 for 78 in the first half. And they did beat Kansas State by 2. Look, this is a tough game for me. Again, not a game I personally bet, but I'm going to lean here with Oregon. But I do think they're a good team. I do think they're a good team, and I think I'll get a professional effort. And I think Dana Altman's a great coach, very underrated coach. One of the talks about him as one of the best coaches. I don't know if he made the Hall of Fame, but I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I think he does a terrific job, and I think Oregon gets it done.
Yep, same. All right. You guys are kind of locking stuff.
I don't like this.
And it wasn't like yesterday, but maybe round 2 again.
And it feels like you are not in love with a lot of games today, Bradley.
No, I like yesterday's card a lot better. I like High Point a lot, which I lost on. I like, I had a real opinion on High Point, real opinion on Arkansas, real opinion on Georgia, which lost, and a real opinion, which one of the BJ, I forget what it was, but I ended up getting 6 straight games pre-flop. I went 3-3. I did well in my live betting, but I did 3-3 in the 6 games I bet. I got a lucky win with San Diego State. San Diego getting 3.5 against Michigan.
Right.
Losing me. I bet Michigan at the half. It's the second half bet, but I did have San Diego getting 3.5 in the game. But anyway, I like yesterday's a lot better than today's.
All right. Well, I'll give you the last 3 games. Martelli Jr. Bryant versus Izzo in the 2-seed Michigan State, 18.5.
Yeah, I think was it 18 versus, hang on, I think actually, Anthony, it's down to 17.
Okay, well, I don't have the update. 17. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, it's down to 17 on the Parx site. And I'm actually going to, I think you guys were going to go with Bryant. I can't do it. I can't. They lose by 46 to Grand Canyon. They lose by 24, I think it was to St. John's, and lose by 15 to St. Bonaventure. And what do I know about Michigan State? Incredibly deep team. I mean, this is a team that comes up with like a 30-point score, but all their guys can play, which means they're not going to get a break. Bryant, I'm going to take Michigan State. I think, BJ, did you say you're going to take Bryant?
I'm all over Bryant.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Michigan State.
Let me get the BetParx number right now.
Ding, ding, ding. There you go, Andrew Frazier. Here we got a second bout.
Oh, it's 17. So I got Bryant in 17. Yeah, Bryant blocks decently. They rebound really well, and I love their tempo. Give them to me.
All right, look at this.
I love. Hopefully they'll play Grand Canyon in the. I got only lose by 42, not 46.
I don't even have a choice in this. The way you attack a trash juice team like this with Brian, you come out. I got to defend my fellow trash people.
I came out a little overly aggressive.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. All right, last 2 games. Illinois, a weird team. Illinois, because they can look so good at times.
Beyond.
And then they look horrible. Illinois 3.5 over X Xavier.
It kind of reminds me of the Marquette. The next game a little bit, same spread. Look, this game, here's where it comes down to, and here's why I'm going to take Xavier. I don't know who's going to win this game. I think both teams are very mediocre, extremely mediocre. I'll take the 3.5 in a game, but I don't know who's going to win. That's as simple as that for me.
Yeah, I got no interest in this game at all.
It's weird, right? Like there's
no interest at all. I don't even. This might be the time to take a break and order some food at the bar tonight.
All right, in the last game, this game I'm really actually looking forward to watch. I think it's a really good game, and that's UConn and Oklahoma, defending champs against the Sooners.
All right, listen, Anthony, you know I'm a slave to the number, right?
Right.
You know that about me.
Yes.
Me and you were wrestling. Like, God, if you like this game, you like the game. It's a matchup thing. What are you doing? Know what you should. Listen, when I look at this game open, I'm like, I look at the game before I look at the line, always. Because I don't want to see a line and I want to make my own line, okay, when these things come up, okay? And I thought this line should have been closer to 2.5, 3, and I was going to like UConn, okay? The line's now up to 6.
Wow.
On the BetParx site. Oklahoma. I can't.
Shooter.
This line is off.
Can't go against the
Oklahoma.
defending two-time champs. Come on. Give me
Yeah,
give me
why don't you knock the
UConn.
6?
Give me UConn
Okay.
minus 6.
Here we go. There's the third game that we're looking for. Brains got
All right,
Oklahoma.
there we go. So we needed.
Took us a while to get there, but we got there.
And VG got UConn.
Okay.
I got to be honest with you. I
really
like
UConn.
Yeah, I like UConn. Again, I hear you on the number. It's a bloated number. And it could be like yesterday where I thought that San Diego got taxed, right? Like against Michigan.
They did, but Anthony, that made the. I took 3.5. It closed at 2.
Yeah.
Remember I said to you yesterday, what's between 3.5 and 2?
Yeah.
I go, when they win by 3, you'll answer. And that's exactly what happened. They won by 3.
Yes, you're right.
So
and this could be the same
does
way.
Make a difference.
Because, it's a fat number. It is.
Yeah.
Now.
So to me, 6 points, I can't get there. I just can't get there. And again, I think, by the way, I was looking forward to betting UConn. But I can't. When I line 6, I'm like, all right. Look,
I would agree with you more. I hear you on your number thing here, because it is scary. Like 6 is a fat.
It's a real number, dude.
It is a real number.
It's a real number, dude.
It is. It's a real. And again, these games, it's crazy because they come down to it, and who hits a 3 at the end, and fouling, who's missing free throws. That's where it's so volatile.
Mm-hmm.
So I
get. Do you see anything? How's that total with you? You think that's a good
Which
number?
one?
The UConn Oklahoma, it's like 148.5.
Let me see here.
I feel like it might be a little high.
148.5. It is 140. It's 148. It's 148. Yeah, I mean, my numbers. I made the total in this game 148.
Oh, did
so,
you?
Yeah, this was one for me. I thought this was more or less the right number.
Okay.
But again, I wrote 2.78. I might get to the 100th decimal point. So I like more. Again, I like those.
Okay.
So this is it. So it sounds like, Brain, to recap today before we get to tomorrow. To recap today, you got to
Carolina.
You like Carolina is a play, right?
I bet Carolina.
Okay. So Carolina is a play, and the rest are just leans.
I'm very close to betting. I'm very close to taking. What you call it against Maryland?
Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon.
And I got to tell you, I'm actually very close to taking. Actually, now close to taking.
Oklahoma.
Okay. I think that line's just ridiculous. I just think that line's too high.
All right.
So I actually partake, and that's kind of where I'm at. Again, I didn't love today's slate as much as probably my second best game. I'd say right now is actually the UConn game.
Okay. All right. And then the Battle Royal, the Parx Casino Rumble. All right?
There you go, man. Hey,
here's the 3 games. Now, Brain leads 2-1 after the first round. Mm-hmm. Second round, you have Brain, Carolina, Brain, Michigan State, Brain, Oklahoma.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
VG, Ole Miss, Bryant, Kobe Bryant,
fighting Martellis,
and UConn.
Yep.
So those are the games. Those are the 3 games the wrestle games.
And I have Saturday. I hope he has some opinions because I really like Saturday's card.
All right. Well, let's go through Saturday quickly. All right. And let's do it. Saturday, I could probably tell you who you're going to play.
Okay.
I think I know the Brain well enough that I could tell it. All right. McNeese and Purdue is the first game tomorrow, and my man's all over McNeese.
No, it's funny. I didn't bet this game. This is
Okay.
not one of the games I bet. I actually thought this line was a little bit lower than I was expecting. I thought it was going to come in closer to 7. My lean here would actually be Purdue. I'm not betting it. I'm not betting this game. Because I think Purdue stinks. But not the game I'm betting. But I can't trust McNee again. Congratulations to them at the Clemson game. Great win. And they may win this game outright. But this is not a game I'm betting. I actually think the line
FYI, Dick Girardi says, and he texted me yesterday out of the blue, McNeese is going to be a very live dog against Purdue, which would have matched up much better against Clemson.
I'm not doubting him. Again, not a game I'm playing. This was not. I thought the line was actually getting a point.
All right, in the olive oil battle, all right, Pitino Calipari, St. John's 6.5 against Cal.
Okay,
I love St. John's in the game.
My lean is St. John's. Haven't bet yet. I was hoping it would come in at 6 or less. And looking at the board right now, it looks like it's between 6.5 and 7.5.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get my wish. Look, this St. John's team, as I keep saying, it's like, to me, I just like the way they play.
Yeah, I think they're too much for Arkansas.
Yeah, and I just know I'm always going to get a good of it. But I think this way, St. John's, I could see when they do lose, I just think we're going to see a game where they score like 59 points or something like that, where they just struggle offensively.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I lean here St. John's, and I may bet St. John's, but haven't done it yet.
All right, Michigan and A&M. I know you're on A&M, that's for sure.
I bet A&M big.
Yeah.
I laid 1.5. Unfortunately, it's up to 2.5 now. I did it last night. I laid 1.5, but I'm laying 2.5. BG, do you want to go with the blue?
Nah, dude. I don't like the blue this year.
You jump in, VJ, if you have one. Texas Tech and the Drake. Texas Tech is what, 7.5?
7.5.
Yeah.
I took 8.5 last night. It was 9.5 on the Park site last night. And I'm like, oh my God, I love getting 9.5. It was 9.5 last night. I only took 8.5. Now it's down to 7.5. Listen, I think it's going to be 50-50 almost. To me, I think this game will be very close either way. You want to lay 7.5 against me, BG? Let's do it.
Well, you like Drake in this one?
He likes Drake.
I'm taking Drake.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you Drake a 7.5.
All right, so we got the first battle for tomorrow.
I hate the Drake.
Texas Tech. No. So Brain's got Drake and
7.5.
And VG has the Drake.
No, I have the Drake.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you got the
I
Drake.
hate the Drake.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
I have Drake.
Drake and T-Tech. All right. Here we go further down. Creighton and Auburn. That's a good game. Big number.
This is my favorite game.
You like Creighton.
This is my favorite game. I think this line is so ridiculous. It's absolutely just, I hope you like Auburn, VJ. I love Creighton here. Love Creighton. I think Creighton may win the game. Auburn is my biggest future. I have them at 40-1. I've watched. All I do is watch Auburn basketball. I can't watch them again. I think I have to just withdraw myself from watching this team play. I watch Auburn all the time. They're just. I'm rooting for them. I'm praying they win. I think this game's going to be very tight, and I won't blink an eye if they lose. I will not even blink an eyelash if they lose outright. I
mean, it's crazy. I looked at it and I thought the same thing you did. That line's way fat. Creighton's live.
Way off.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you heard me say it. I saw exactly what you saw. Yeah.
I think this game's, I don't want to say 50-50, but I think this is much more like a 5.5 point kind of game than a 9.
Agreed.
BG, what are we doing? Do it.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't take him. Don't get baited.
Number 1 team overall. Come on.
Nope.
Don't bait it. Don't bait it. He's got to like it. The bait.
Yeah, I don't love it.
BYU, Wisconsin. This is a very interesting game. Wisconsin 1.5 against BYU. Very similar
it's down to
teams.
1. It's funny. This to me, I think will be one of the most entertaining games in the entire tournament. I actually like both these teams quite a bit. I like both these teams. I think both these teams are good. I think both these teams can actually make a run and have a good tournament. My lean here is Wisconsin. Didn't bet it. I actually respect both teams, and I think this will be a very, very good, high-scoring game.
Yeah, I could see this being up and down.
Yeah.
All right, same thing, nothing.
Yep, nothing.
All right, got 2 games left. Tomorrow, Houston and Gonzaga. Is
Look,
Gonzaga live in this game?
Gonzaga embarrassed me against Georgia. I'm giving them a chance to embarrass me part 2. I laid 4.5 with Houston. It's now 5. I'm still laying 5. I think Houston, who I don't even love Houston. That's the thing about it. I'm taking a team I don't love, but maybe I'm being stubborn here. I don't think I am.
Okay.
Maybe I'm being stubborn in my anti-Gonzaga take. I think Houston's the definitely better team here. I think a different class of opponent than obviously Georgia. I'd say Houston wins this one by 8 or 9. Give me Houston laying the current 5.
Give me the Zags.
Oh, there we
All right, the Zags.
Yes.
All right.
I got 5, right? Let me see. Yep, +5 on Bet Parx.
Houston and VG's got the Zags. All right, there we go.
Hopefully you like this game, VG.
I got a side I like in this game
All right,
coming up.
I do too, actually. I love this. I love the one side. Tennessee and UCLA in the final game tomorrow night. I mean, I'd like Tennessee in the game.
I bet Tennessee laying 4. I made this line 6.5. So, UCLA?
Yeah.
There it is.
Nice.
I thought UCLA's a little underrated, and I hate Rick Barnes. Give me UCLA.
That one I'll give you. That one I'll.
What-
When
what-
I lose this bet,
UCLA
I'll
plus
be-
4.5.
You gotta put up a meme of Rick Barnes next to me, both crying. Yeah, I like Tennessee here. I think Tennessee. I think they're a different class than UCLA. Again, to me, I thought this game was comparable to the Arkansas St. John's game, quite frankly. And this line's 2 points lower. So we got our 3 games.
Yeah, you got 3
Tennessee
games.
minus 4.5.
Yeah, here you go. You got, today is Brain takes Carolina. VG's got Ole Miss. Brain's got Michigan State. VG's got Bryant. Brain's got Oklahoma. And VG's got UConn. Tomorrow, Brain's got Drake. VG's got Texas Tech. Brain's got Houston. VG's got the Zags. Brain's got Tennessee. And VG's got UCLA. VG loves the West. He's a West man.
Hey, I do like the West
He's
lifestyle.
a Pacific guy.
I mean, if I ever get your kind of money, Brain, I'm so out of here and hanging out in West Hollywood. Dude, West Coast.
There it is. My brother, great stuff,
man.
buddy. That was a lot of fun going through all of the
enjoyed it.
games. All right, so it was.
Appreciate you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. Be
I
good.
love it, buddy. I love it. Good stuff.
Be good, guys.
The
See
Brain,
you, Brain.
there he is. Our ambassador for the Bet Parx Sportsbook Online Casino app. The human slot machine has begun.
It is
Ready to go.
live. It is live.
In fact, Matty Cord is
he's
delivering
here.
it, right?
Maniac Malone's got his white Patino suit on today. You see
Yeah, he's Rick Pitino. He's out of his mind. We got to show him a little bit later on. Hey, coming up, the great Baldy. It's a Friday, and we always have football stuff. Got to go over some rule changes with Baldy because there's some interesting rule changes that I want to talk to Baldy about, and the Trayvon Walker situation in Jacksonville. Could the Eagles be part of that? That'll be interesting. So we'll get into that. Baldy coming up. Much more from Parx Casino on day 2 of the tournament. We're loving it. Let's talk a little bit about GLAT.
All right, GLAT's been helping out us men with receding hair, thinning hair. They are our superheroes because GLAT Hair has been restoring and defending hairlines for over 30 years. And it's no wonder they got the reputation they do. Their proven results and experienced team, they're just a few reasons the GLAT Hair name has stood the test of time. GLAT Hair by Morgenstern Medical isn't about restoration, it's about innovation. Their breakthrough, specialized GLAT Hair techniques really dramatically change lives and hairlines. The GLAT Hair technique, well, it consists of a few things. First of all, you get one-on-one care. You get a 100% personalized hair restoration plan of action designed just for you and your specific hair loss. You get some follow-up care, and they also hook you up with cutting-edge hair loss prevention treatments, medications, and more. So GLAT Hair, they can help you keep the hair you already have or help bring back what you've already lost. If you'd like some more information and you're ready to defend that hairline of yours, visit GLATHAIRMM.com today. Visit GLATHAIRMM.com or give them a call, 610-980-4000. You can also text them there too, 610-980-4000.
How about a little Rite Aid, baby?
Yeah, we could do some Rite Aid.
How about some Rite Aid? Because we were there the other day
and
hanging out at Rite Aid, and shooting our commercial.
I grabbed some meds. Actually, I popped them this morning because I woke up. My allergies were terrible. So, as you know, it is allergy season. And pollen from trees, grass, weeds are all in the air, and we are flaring up. We got antihistamines all in our noses. So what can you do? First of all, to help get some relief, sign up for Rite Aid reward emails at riteaid.com/rewards to receive email alerts in your area when pollen counts are high. You can also hit Rite Aid for some over-the-counter options available to help you with your symptoms. You can try a nasal rinse to help flush out your nasal passages. And when the pollen counts high, they got a bunch of antihistamines. Claritin, Zyrtec, just to name a few. And you can also try those nasal corticosteroid sprays like Flonase.
Yes,
Nasacort.
that Flonase is it.
They got Rite Aid brand name in all those medications, and they can help you out. Save you a little buck, too. Still not enough relief? Ask a Rite Aid pharmacist. There might be a different type of allergy medication you need, maybe a decongestant, who knows? You can always ask your Rite Aid pharmacist for recommendations on ways to get relief during allergy season.
Love it. Rite Aid.
A Deion Sanders jersey in the house.
Yeah, Deion.
I've seen some interesting jerseys today.
You know what I want? A Baldy Duke jersey.
That'd be a good one.
That would be a great jersey. I wonder if he has that.
I saw some dude walking around with an Artest jersey.
Around Artest? Wow, that's fabulous. That's fabulous. All right, time out here at Parx Casino. Let's take a moment, a break from hoops, and talk some football. Baldy.
Baldy. Oh, let's talk some football. Baldy. Oh, he likes meats and football.
Oh, Baldy. There he is, the legend himself, the one, the only, Baldy. Good morning, my brother. He's muted? All right. There we go.
Morning,
What's up, my brother? Yo, 250 today. Your alma mater. The 1 seed against Mount St. Mary's.
Hold on. Let's build some anticipation. Super Flag playing. How's he?
Super Flag should be playing today. He's on the mend.
You're on the news right now. Well, I'll just say, Duke's got
shout out to Ryan
5 national championships.
See you over here soon, Ryan. All right,
Duke's first national championship was in 1991 when they beat Kansas. They beat an undefeated UNLV team in the semifinals, and they beat Kansas in the finals. And the only reason why I know all of that is because that was in Indianapolis.
Get a sweatshirt. Step right over here. Hit the Swedish man.
Do you have your own jersey? You still have your Duke football jersey?
No, I wore number 55. I don't have a Duke jersey.
My next jersey will be a Baldy Duke jersey.
All right.
I'm not a big jersey guy, right? Because, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But a Baldy Duke jersey would be cool.
I probably have a better chance of finding a Johnny Dawkins Duke basketball jersey than I do my Duke football jersey.
That's how do you have your Cowboy jersey and your Colts jerseys?
Yeah, I've got Cowboys, Colts, and Eagles, I think, somewhere. They're in there. They're in the class.
I saw you with the Eagle jersey on.
Yeah,
and the Eagle jersey.
I did bring that out prior to the playoffs and Super Bowl. I did bring that out.
That was cool, man. That was
before there was before Kelsey started wearing 62. I wore 62. So
yes, I love it. I love it. Hey, all right. What's on tap for you? I always like your schedule. Before we I get some burning things I got to discuss with you. But what's your schedule now?
Well, I'm doing. I'll be in Miami on Monday for Miami's Pro Day. So obviously everybody's going to be there to see Cam Ward, but they've got a lot of really good players. Mario Cristobal's done a good job there. So, and then Friday I'll be at Penn State.
Yes.
So
that's the one I'm hoping to join you with.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 big pro days next week that will be well attended. Should be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. Do me a favor. Can you hike Baldy's volume up? Because our audience is saying it needs to be a little hiked up. All right, here's the deal. NFL rule changes.
Yes.
The 3 big ones. Obviously, the Packers have officially tried to stop the tush push.
Well, what's weird about that to me is they were the most successful team in stopping it last year. They stopped it twice. All right. In Brazil, they stopped it twice. Now you can say it was a bad field. You can say a lot of things. They stopped it twice. But I listened to Mark Murphy, the president. Like, these people don't understand. First of all, there has been no injury. Nobody's run the play more than the Eagles. They don't have any players injured. And no team trying to stop it has had an injury. All right, so take the injuries and just stuff it. All right, nothing. Because what we're going to do is we're going to say every single thing in the game of football has an injury to it. Well, screw it. There's a 100% injury rate in the game of football.
Right.
Everybody gets. All right? Some people come back from a day later. Some people take a year. Everybody gets hurt in the game of football. Everybody. Tom Brady played an entire year with a torn MCL. All right, so stop all this nonsense. That. And then number 2, learn some physics, Mark Murphy. Learn some physics and how to stop it. All right? Like, actually, your guys jumping over the top of the pile is never going to stop that play. But if you push force against force, F equals MA, learn some physics, keep your feet in the ground, don't put your body on the ground, and learn how to stop it. Like, and then if you want to stop it, here's the Eagles thing. Here's the Eagles answer. Before there was the tush push, Carson Wentz went 36-38 on quarterback sneaks. So you can stop the tush push by outlawing it. It's not going to stop the Eagles from converting first downs, going quarterback sneak.
You know what? I love when Baldy gets fired up, man.
Well, also, bro, Baldy, you're a smart man. So the argument that they're making, and they're asking for a rule change that you can't push forward a guy who lines up under center and gets the snap. But they're not, like, you got to be consistent. Either you can push people forward or you can't. It's not just one particular instance you can. It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, no, I mean, when they start chopping up the rule into all these different sectors, like, just make the rule. They have a way to officiate the play. Stick to the officiating of the rule. All right? And so, I don't know, like, I see all these teams that fail at it. Well, practice it. Actually go out in the field and practice it. Talk through it. Like, learn how to do the play. Learn how to stop the play. Like, the whole thing is ridiculous. Just because the Eagles are successful, the Packers were successful. I watched how they stopped it. They had a good plan. But, like, I hope it doesn't. I hope it stays.
Well, here's what I'm confused, because the minute they make it illegal, so the play when a running back gets pushed by his own line 5 yards, that people love, that would then be illegal.
Right. Yeah, anything downfield where, because here's the thing. Like, I show it all the time. There's some great backs in this draft coming out, right? If you don't let's just take Saquon.
Yeah.
If you don't get Saquon's legs, he's not going down. So freaking learn how to tackle.
Yeah.
But if Saquon is down the field and they're not grabbing his legs and tackling his legs, and he's carrying the pile, and here comes Jordan Mailata pushing him the way you often see that happen, well then that's on you. That's on you. So, like, by outlawing that, that's just saying, okay, we'll just continue to have bad tackling in this league. Well, do something about your tackling. The Eagles were a great tackling team last year. They obviously worked on it. Vic Fangio is just a crumby old guy that demands excellence in certain elements of the game. That's why they were a good tackling team this year. They actually emphasized it. and he actually cussed him out in the second half of the Super Bowl for not tackling well.
Yeah.
What would Vince Lombardi say? These Green Bay Packers whining like this because they can't stop it. Man up and stop it.
All right. Second rule are the overtime rules. In fact, the Eagles put this one in it, which I like it, right? Like,
of course you do.
I mean,
like make the rules consistent.
Yes.
Don't have a separate rule for the playoffs and a separate rule for the regular season. Make the rule consistent. Everybody should be able to touch the ball. If you don't score a touchdown in the opening drive, the opposition should get a chance to possess the ball.
And they want to. Part of the rule is that you increase it from 10 to 15 minutes, and you don't, burn out the one quarter. I'm so with you. I just think it makes so much sense. And look, you give teams possessions till you score. They're going to score, especially nowadays, right? Like the way offense is, you're not going to have ties. You're not going to be going that deep into it.
Well, I hate ties. So ties it just throws everything off. How do they count? Nobody wants to look at the score, like the standings, and see tie.
No.
Nobody wants to see
No. Andrew, our producer, is a huge soccer fan.
Right.
And I think the biggest issue with soccer for us is the tie.
Yeah.
Like, the tie's horrible.
Well, at least there's a point system involved, so you get at least a point for the tie,
Yeah,
I don't want no place. I don't want no ties.
The tie, we're all anti-tie.
I know you're anti-tie.
All right, we're anti-tie. Baldy's the king, anti-tie. All right, the third one, and I love this one too, you reseed for the playoffs.
I'm not a fan of that, guys.
No.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Like I know Minnesota was 14-3, and they were the 5th seed. I get it. It's an anomaly, but it happened. Like the emphasis should be on winning your division. Division games should matter. Winning your division, whether you win that division like Tampa did, if you're 10-7, whatever. Like win your division. It's going to de-emphasize winning your division. Like I think that's and the division games are all stacked at the end of the year by the schedule makers because there's great rivalries in those division games, and it's going to de-emphasize them.
So what about the opponents, right? Like, so if a lower seed is alive, shouldn't the higher seed have the right to face the lower seed in the divisional round? To face the lowest seed. So, in other words, the higher seed should always face the lowest seed.
Right.
Don't you agree in the divisional round? So, in other words, if there's an upset in the first round.
Oh, the reseed.
Yes.
Reseed. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
I think that should be debated. There's a room for debate on that. But my issue was the original seeding. The initial seeding. Like you can't. The Rams win the NFC West. Like you can't penalize them because the record isn't as good as Minnesota.
I got you. Yeah. That's more than fair. All right. The big story now is where does Trayvon Walker go? Because it appears that he's on the block in Jacksonville. And it's like, all right, now here's your next big fish that's available. What's your thoughts on Trayvon Walker and potential trade?
I'm a fan. Like that guy, I spent time with him in training camp this year. And he's a worker. I mean, he's got a serious approach to the game. He's done double-digit sacks the last 2 seasons. He started every single game the last 2 years for Jacksonville. Like, I think that guy's upside is tremendous. Like, I think he's only going to get better. But his strength and power is real. We knew it coming out of Georgia. But if you threw Trayvon Walker into this draft, he might very well be the number 1 pick in this draft.
Yeah, I'm with you. And obviously it links up to maybe the Eagles because of the Georgia situation.
It'd be their eighth Georgia player. He kind of started the run on defensive linemen 4 years ago. And you could have debated whether he was, the first pick in the draft or not. you can say, Aiden Hutchinson, whatever. You can have that debate. The guy's been healthy. He's a beast. Like, I think he's only learning more. Jacksonville's just in a place right now, I guess, where they're just in a rebuilding mode. New general manager, new coach. And so he's available. And they want assets right here in the draft that's deep in defensive line. And they're like, okay, we don't want to have to pay him. And we're already paying, the man opposite him right now. So, I mean, I'd pick up the phone and call Jacksonville right now.
Yeah.
To see what it would take to get.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine? Did you imagine that? Him, Jalen Carter, and Nolan Smith.
But just to carry over the Super Bowl theme, they might go an entire year and never blitz. Never. Like they might set an NFL record for never blitzing if they put, if they put Trayvon Nolan, Jalen, and Jordan Davis, or Mojo Jama, whoever. They put those 4 on the field. They might never blitz.
I mean that's borderline unfair when you think about it. And it brings up the question where you go, that makes a lot of sense, right? Like that. Like if you're Vic Fangio, you're going, oh my God, could you imagine having that line, Vaughn in the middle, and then you have the anchors in the back end with the young players, Cooper and Quinyon.
Now, the only thing is, because honestly, like, Philadelphia just doesn't have the ammunition. I mean, Jacksonville, why would they give up on Trayvon and take the 32nd, the 64th, and the 96th pick? Unless they're saying, give us your number 1 pick next year. But that's still not it's not gonna add up. It's just, you're not gonna be able to, get to the number 1. Like Jackson, there would be no reason for Jacksonville to do this. Unless they threw players in.
That's interesting. You're right. Because Jacksonville still wants to try to turn this thing around and win.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, for example, Seattle has 5 picks. They're the only team. I just looked at it today. Seattle has 5 picks in the first 100. So they've got 2 high second-round picks. So you could go 18, 50, and 52. Maybe because it's so deep in defensive linemen, you get a starter at 18. You could probably, fill in some holes right there at 50 and 52. You might be able to get there. Seattle might be a team because of the number of picks they have in the top 100.
Yeah, it's interesting because, I know the Eagles have a boatload of picks. You get the 20 picks in the next 2 years, but you're right. Like at some point, the order trumps the amount, right? Like the position that you draft will trump the number of picks you can.
Yeah, I mean, you're just not going to be picking. You're not going to get a premium pick.
Yeah.
If you take any of the Eagles picks, and so that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
If you're Jacksonville and you're looking to make that type of trade.
Hey, have you? I'm curious. Have you seen? I'm switching lines. I'm switching to the draft for a second. I saw a mock where the Eagles were looking at the kid out of North Dakota State, Gray Zabel.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you think of him.
Well, I studied him hard at the Senior Bowl, so I watched every one of his reps because he was a tackle. He was a right tackle 2 years ago.
Yeah.
At North Dakota State. He was a left tackle last year. When he came to the Senior Bowl, he literally took snaps at every position, including center and both guards. And I didn't see anybody beat him.
Wow.
I didn't see anybody beat him. Now, he's probably a little undersized. If you go, at the guard position, but he's got the build, but he's 6'5". He reminds me a lot.
Lane? Does he mind you Lane a little bit? No.
He's just a freak. But but he's 6'5". He's 315 pounds. Maybe 320. He reminds me an awful lot of Cody Moore that now starts at Tampa.
Okay.
He reminds me more like that. But he could be your starting guard. He could play center for sure. I don't have any. That's why he took snaps.
I don't know anything about him. I don't know. I just read that he's a really good athlete.
He's a good athlete. Look. I mean, they picked up, Kenyon Martin. from Houston.
Yeah, Kenyon Green. Yeah.
Kenyon Green picked up Kenyon Green. He played at Texas A&M. You know, they've got they've got some guys there.
Get Steen. There's going to be the
Tyler
starter.
Steen is plugged in. They lost Fred Johnson, who I knew they were going to lose. They lost him to Jacksonville. He was a really good swing tackle last year. He was awesome. But he'll start for Jacksonville probably. But Gray Zabel is that's probably where he's going to get picked, at the bottom of the first round, top of the second round. My guess is he would be in contention for sure at 32. But my guess is if one of these elite defensive linemen, tackles or ends, begins to drop, with all the picks that they have, I could see they've got all these fifth-round picks.
Yeah.
Like I could see them, packaging something to move up to grab one of these defense. If they start dropping below 22, 23, I could see them going to get somebody.
Yeah, I see it too. I don't think they stay there. I just think there's too much. You have too much ammo to move up. So I'm with you. I could see that. I could see the run on D lineman. I think there's been a lot of potential value.
Well,
at
they
D line
traded up
there
to get Brandon Graham. They traded up to get Fletcher Cox. Like I think Howie gets bored in that war room, sitting around waiting for the 32nd pick.
Yeah.
Like I can't see him sitting around with this quality. Like I just watched 5 defensive linemen this morning. Like there's quality in this draft. Now they're not all first round picks, but if you look at Olafemi Oladejo from UCLA, you watch that kid play, you're like, that kid could sneak into the first round. Like that kid was an off-the-ball inside linebacker, switched to outside linebacker at UCLA. Like he's got real twitch to him and size. Like there's just some real quality in this draft. Like, you can stay there at 32 and probably still get a guy, but if you're in love with a guy and he's dropping, like you might want to just go get him.
Yeah, it's interesting because I see what everybody's saying about this draft, and I know we touched on it, that it's so it's such a deeper draft, but it's not top heavy. So there's a lot of similarity in what you get from the middle, from the really from 9-10 through the first round. There's not a
well. It's going to start with Abdul Khan, so he's going to be the first guy off the board. We'll see him next Friday at State College. I don't know the severity of this injury, if he needs surgery or whatever, but that certainly affects players' draft stock. But I would say that the run on defense line, that's where it's going to start. Last year it didn't start, until pick 16 in Indianapolis. But I can see this thing going as early as number 2 to Cleveland. And so it could be an early run on these defensive linemen.
Yeah, I could totally. Well, first of all, he's elite, but there's so much depth to that position.
But even like a guy like, say, Mike Green at Marshall.
Yeah.
Someone
else was telling me about him.
Well, I mean, he started every single drill at the Senior Bowl. But his tape against Ohio State, like he's got elite measurables. His ability to bend, get off, all that stuff. It's way up there. Like there's a lot to work with Mike Cooney.
Yeah.
Hey, Baldy, can I ask your opinion? I was Yahoo mock draft had the Eagles selected Josh Connerly out of Oregon, an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Do you like him?
Yeah, I like him. He's got good size. Been the left tackle up there in a good offense. He basically had to protect the front side of Dylan Gabriel this year because he's a left-handed player. But regardless, like he's a guy that. Like, you can stack these offensive tackles, and people are still stacking. Like, they still haven't decided who's who yet. And, whether Membu is in the top 10, Will Campbell, like, there's you got to look at, Ohio State right now, the injury factor with with Simmons. So, but he's a first-round pick because of his length, his size, his movement. I think he's a legit player.
So what's on tap for the weekend? When you heading back down to Florida?
I'm going down tomorrow, and then I'll probably head down to Miami Sunday night just to make sure I'm ready, not getting stuck in any traffic, getting over to Coral Gables. It should be a lot of fun Monday. It's going to be an all-day affair.
Yeah.
But I just want to probably spend all day Sunday just watching Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Go back to Washington State, watch as many games as I can, just to get because I do like the kid. I do like him. He does have good mechanics, and he does have a good whip. But I went back and watched Kyle McCord from 2023. Like, there's nothing about that year at Ohio State where he was like that comeback win at Notre Dame. Like, he made one good throw after another.
Dude,
in a difficult situation.
I'm screaming it, and I don't know why he gets no love from his Ohio State year, right? Like, when I go, wait a second, all right, they lost to Michigan, so what? Did you watch the rest of the games? Like, he played his ass off.
No, he's playing with all NFL players. You know, they're just stacked. Running backs, receivers, tight ends, Stovers, his third-round pick. I mean, he fit right in with an NFL team. You know, I mean, I don't know how you can discount it. I know people are like, well, he transferred. Whatever. Everybody transfers. So what? Who cares? He did another program at Syracuse and elevated that whole program.
I'm so with you. Like, imagine where he would be. And I want you to, because you know the draft.
And he's got a real NFL arm. Like a
real NFL arm. Yes.
Real good arm.
Yes.
Real good arm.
Let me ask you. Imagine if he doesn't leave Ohio State and there's no Will Howard, it's Kyle. And they go on and the same season they win. You know, he's thrown it to Jeremiah Smith. Right. Like, imagine where would his stock be?
I don't know. Would he be C.J. Stroud? I mean, his stock would be way up.
Yes.
Especially if they went to the playoffs the way Ohio State went to the playoffs. Regardless of what happened to Michigan this year. Maybe they don't lose to Michigan with them. Who knows?
Exactly.
But, yeah. I mean,
anyway.
His stock is, like, maybe we're talking about him more than we're talking about him.
And I think that's real. Hey, by the way, we just posted our Kyle McCord. Baldy and I had a chance to sit down with Kyle. We just posted that online, all right, on social media and on do our YouTube short. What do we do?
Yeah, on YouTube. Check it out. Yeah, right there. Just went out at 10:30 today.
Okay, great. Okay. So
I'll repost it.
Yeah, so we just did that thing, so you could take a more in-depth look at that. Baldy and I will be doing some more stuff throughout the draft.
I just watched this 2023 game at Notre Dame. And honestly, like, he takes him right down the field to win the game at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to drive the length of the field. It's one good throw after another, one good decision after another to win that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it, and you see it. You see it pop. So I think it's important. All right, brother, listen. I'm surprised you came up. I don't even know why you came up. You came back from Florida. I thought you were staying down there.
It's good. I mean, I'm just locked in here. I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
Right here. I'll be here at midnight. I'll still be here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just trying to see as much as I can.
All right. And then next week you'll be back up, so we'll link up, all right?
Yep. Sounds good, cuz.
All right, baby.
Enjoy the games today, man.
All right, thanks, brother.
What's your take on St. John's, Arkansas? I'm just curious.
I think you got to go Patino. I think you got to go Johnny's. That's a great game, man. And
when is that game tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. I'll tell you right now. It's tomorrow at what time tomorrow?
2:40.
Oh, look at that! It's 2:40. You can't beat it. You gotta take some time and watch that game. All right.
I want to watch that.
I know you're rooting St. John's too, man.
Yeah, I'm a Johnny's all the way.
Yeah, they looked good last night, Baldy. They looked really good.
Yeah, no, they can play defense. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
I think they roll Arkansas.
Old school college defense right there.
Yeah,
so
that's up your alley, man. That's great. Love it. Yep. Love it. All Thanks, right, brother. You're the best.
Enjoy it now. I'll see you next
week. There he is. The great Baldy checking in.
On the Johnnies.
On the Johnnies.
Can't go wrong going to Miami a night early.
Yeah.
You smart man, Baldy is. I don't blame him.
Talking hoop. We got to love it. We got to love it. And football all day. It's always football season. It's always draft season. You know I can't get away from it on a Friday.
I know you can't.
I can't. All right. Let's take care of some business, shall we? All right. Let's talk about where we are right now. The fabulous Bet Parx Sportsbook app, but we're at the Parx Casino, having a blast.
It's
How
beautiful
about
here.
the energy here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
Isn't it awesome?
Every seat is filled over there.
I mean, look, the
Every
Sportsbook's bonkers.
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Shaping up for a good day.
This, like watching the screens, even me that's visually challenged,
You can see those?
I have no issues. I can actually read a score.
Nice.
All right.
I want one of those for my house.
Yes. It's like the size of my side of my
I
house.
like the one screen. It's like the corner wraparound screen. That's a good one.
Yeah. And then they have the quadrants if you want the quadrants.
Yeah.
This place is unbelievable. It's day 2, and whether you're here at Parx Casino, which is tremendous, they have everything going on. If you can't get here, don't fret. Look at Maniac Malloy with that suit.
I see him.
You know, Maniac Malloy, Maniac Malloy. Real quick, look at this. Look at the Patino suit.
Hey, where's the poutine?
Well, look at the Patino suit. Maniac Malloy from Parx is right here, and look at this suit. You don't even need it. Look at this suit that he's got.
He's Patino-esque.
He's got the white suit, the Patino white suit on.
And you know why? We got no teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
So we got to go with our Christian brothers up north in the Big Apple.
I like you. I'm Johnny. I'm Johnny too. Yeah, listen, I'm with you.
I hope they make a run.
That's a great outfit,
I
dude.
wore this in the garden on Thursday. You should have seen the amount of love I got.
That's awesome.
Out of control.
It's fabulous.
How about that pick for me yesterday at Georgia? They looked really good.
Yeah, nice job.
Oh my God! You know what? I got my butt handed to me yesterday all day long.
Yeah, well, that's why I got day 2.
Yeah, and you know what? We're off to a good start. 1st to 10. I think that's what I'm going to bet all day today. 1st to 10.
Okay, you could do that on the Bet Parx Sportsbook.
You can do it everywhere.
On the online.
I love you, cuz.
We talk about the Bet Parx Sportsbook online app here, and you can do that. Thank you, Maniac Malloy.
You're the best.
Here he is, right here at the end. One other Parx
The
wild
basketball
man.
tie.
Yeah, yes. Basketball ties, I love it. Hey, don't forget day 2. There's always a chance for you to win. Another way to bet on the online casino and sportsbook app. All right, you can check out live dealer blackjack and roulette and poker and all kinds of great stuff. Hot online slots based on the movies Rocky, Ted, Goonies.
Yeah.
All right.
I love the Goonies one.
You got your Cash Eruption, 88 Fortunes.
Yep.
Cleopatra.
Oh,
You like Cleopatra?
yeah.
You
When
like
you get
Cleo?
a certain bonus, her voice is nice when she comes out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He wants his Betty.
I'm over Betty the Yeti.
Oh, you're out. You're Betty's out.
They got a double dinosaur deluxe. You can't go wrong with alliteration with me. Then you got dinosaurs in it.
Oh, my nephew would love that, the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, for my Anthony too. Play hot online slots again. Your favorite streaming shows: Breaking Bad, Peaky Blinders. You name it. Go to betparx.com. Download the app right now. Enjoy all the action. By the way, you get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down the first 24 hours. Betparx.com has all the details. You can check it out. You got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Let's talk about having a good savings account. You know, took a little loss, a couple losses yesterday. Dip into the savings account today, and we're back at it. That's how important savings accounts are. And our friends over at TrueMark Financial Credit Union, they're there to help you because as spring arrives, they're there to help you spring into some savings. So if you got financial goals, whether it's buying a house, a vacation, the all-important emergency fund, or if you just need some fun money on a weekend like this, savings accounts are great, and TrueMark Financial Credit Union's got the perfect savings account for you. TrueMark Financial offers high-rate certificates and money market accounts to help your money grow faster and do all the work for you. So check them out. Visit TrueMark.com for rates and to learn some more information on these cool savings accounts. TrueMark Financial, federally insured by the NCUA, equal opportunity lender. Rates are subject to change.
All right. This portion of the show brought to you by Rite Aid, RiteAid.com/PHLY to find the nearest pharmacy and store near you. A man who knows it's our first beer of the day 2.
Yeah.
Right? And you had many of them last night.
Yep.
All right. So cheers. And we have our boy.
We do, yeah, he's here.
He's a man of many pints.
He loves a pint.
And he would be proud of me because
is he checking in from the bar right now?
he is a day pinter. All right? And like Bobby's one of these dudes that he's so at home, right? Like and you love him, so you just want to hang with him. and then the Bears just sucks him down, and he's even keel, never changes. He's the great Bobby Cooney. Bobby!
Looks like he's in a coach's office today.
Where you at today, buddy? Oh, he's at the golf course.
I'm at my part-time job here at the country club.
That's right. He's at the golf course, baby. You gotta love it.
I see you guys sitting there drinking beers. I just got off the clock at 12:30. I closed my other computer. I jumped on with you guys. I was kind of hoping somebody here would take care of me.
Oh, man.
What's
going on there?
What happens? I don't know. But you're making me a little jealous with the beers there, boys.
What's your day 220 schedule? Will you be meeting up with Rock and watching some basketball?
Rock has already put out the invite to go over to his way and meet him. Listen to this, guys. This is nuts. Our internet blew up on Wednesday afternoon. I haven't had TV at the house since Wednesday afternoon. It won't be fixed until tonight.
Oh,
so
man.
Yesterday I was over to our friend Amy Fadul's house. Went over to her and Jane's house, watched a lot of games over there. Went over to my neighbor's house, watched the rest of the games over there. And today I'm going to maybe flip up to the bar here and catch a few games. Yeah.
Where do you live? Do you live in the woods? Why is it taking so long to fix the cable?
BG, it was so weird, man. All of a sudden the TV froze, and you know how you call and you're just like, there's a major problem, so they're coming out to fix it today. So we'll figure it out.
Wow! All right,
you guys have to stay out of the house and watch games, boys. Isn't that
nothing wrong with that?
I like it. All right, so let's dive into your thoughts. First day, I got to start with St. John's and just how formidable it sets up the Olive Oil Bowl tomorrow with Calipari and Patino. St. John's, man, that team just comes at you. They're relentless.
Slow start yesterday, right? And you're wondering, I knew what some people were wondering, like, oh man, they're shooting. It's going to catch up to them.
Right.
Not a great team. But my premise is, and see, this is how great this place is, boys. Thank you, Drew.
Oh, Drew hooked you up.
Hey, Drew, come here. You got to say hi to everybody.
Got a nice
here.
Guinness.
Hello, Drew.
Girl, Drew. Come behind me over here. There she is. Yes. So she took care of me. So cheers, boys.
Cheers, Bobby.
Cheers, buddy.
So, I'm watching St. John's last night.
Oh, it's a nice pour.
I know some people were like, oh man, their offense might not be able to carry. Crap on that. I'll take a defensive team in the tournament all the time. And as much as the committee guys got a lot of, disrespect after they came out with what they did the right thing in my book, putting Florida, a great offensive team, in the same bracket with St. John's. Now that's an Elite Eight game. If that comes about, I can't wait for that game. I have Florida going all the way, but I really, really love the way St. John's plays, man.
Yeah, I knew you would. They just play it the right. They're just relentless. They attack the glass. They're just in your face, and they're at, like, they come at you. That's what I love about them.
Yeah, and I saw a bit on Patino. It might have been during the Big East tournament, where at halftime he's just telling guys, he cursed, I don't give a you guys miss a shot, but you're not going to not play defense. And those guys get up on you, and you're right. It's just in your grill, and it forces offenses like last night. You want to start an offense, say, 15 feet away from the basket and, play off of that. They're starting their offenses 20, 25 feet away because St. John's doesn't allow you to get in further to where you want to be on your spots because their defense is so tough.
It's funny. I remember I closed my eyes, and it took me back to when John Chaney would say that. John's like, I don't care if you miss a shot, all right? His rule was you play D and you don't turn the ball over, all right? Like, those were the two. We got to get shots, and we can't turn the ball over.
Exactly, and that comes down to tournament basketball.
Yeah.
Those are the things that kill you. If you're not making defensive stops and you're giving other teams more possessions because you're careless with the ball, that's a requiem for disaster, no question.
Who else impressed you yesterday, Bobby?
UCLA.
Yeah.
It's a 7-10 game, so you're not really looking for all that much. But I thought that look good. I don't know about you guys, but I've kind of looked at this whole tournament as kind of a chalk tournament.
I said the same thing. I'm saying the same thing.
Well, I think when it gets down to your Elite Eights and all that, I think, you know, we're going to be seeing the really good teams in the country. And you know, I don't think there's going to be many surprises. BYU, I thought VCU had a real good shot in that game. I thought that was a really good
I was with you there, Bobby. I liked VCU yesterday.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good win for them. Gonzaga beating Georgia. I mean, that's cool. I love those Gonzaga, St. Mary's teams. I love when they come in and
that's VG. He loves the West Coast.
Yeah, Arkansas, that was a good win last night for them over Kansas. You know, I don't think it was a great game, but that's a good win for Arkansas. And you know, you got the local kid DJ Wagner playing for Arkansas. So, I thought it was a good, fun day.
How many Wagners have you covered? 4?
I played against the grandfather.
Milt?
So Milt Wagner. Yeah, remember Milt?
Yeah,
yeah. I was
Billy?
coaching when DeJuan Wagner was playing. I was coaching over in South Jersey. And now I covered this kid, DJ, when he was coming up also, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, they're all right. They're all right.
Let's because I'm with you on the chalk piece of it. And today we'll have, you know, the big boys in action, Duke and Florida. You know, if I don't see how Duke does not get to the Final Four. It's the Duke Invitational in that region.
It really is. And is that the complaint everybody has every year? Like, oh man, Duke always has the favorable march. But hey, they deserve it, you know, and the fact that you guys are grubbing there.
Oh my God, it's never ending.
It's Andrew. You offer Andrew food.
Yeah,
you
Andrew was. We love our people at Parx Casino. Take great care of us, and Andrew just takes advantage.
As well he should. But I'll tell you, I was thoroughly impressed with Duke marching through the ACC without PHLY. Obviously, that was
Brown too. Brown being hurt.
Brown, with the shoulder exact. So they're only going to get better. Although there was one little thing that stuck in my ear.
What's that?
When he got the first, what was it, against Georgia Tech, I believe, right? First round game.
Yeah.
Like I was reading some stories the next day, and many of the stories said, the team played a lot better after PHLY left. Now, look, that's an adrenaline thing. Oh my God, we lost our best player. We got to step it up. But they didn't miss a beat. That's pretty cool. And now you have players that probably are thinking, wow, I can do more than I thought I could do, and here comes our best player back. So Duke, very, very formidable. They're fun to watch. So that'll be fun to watch them go today.
Yeah, they're going to like couple game that I love, and the UConn-Oklahoma game, and Danny Hurley defending champs, and you know, of course, Hurley in that big personality, and you know a lot about Danny Hurley. We're curious to see, can they make any run at UConn?
Can you imagine winning consecutive national title and being as disliked right now as Danny Hurley is throughout the country?
It's amazing, right?
I mean, do the Connecticut people, are they embracing him? I don't know. I mean, that's got to be a turnoff to them too. Yeah, you won 2 national titles, but it's got to be a bit of a turnoff. So I don't know where they're not playing good basketball. Do they have the capabilities? Maybe. He lost a lot from last season.
Yeah.
But I would bet more towards their 1 game out in this tournament than I would bet them to advance. VG, I know you got big money on that team.
I like them tonight, but they're defensively, they're just not a good team right now.
No, they're giving 6 tonight. So.
Yeah, I like them tonight, but I don't think they can make a run with the way they play defense.
That's my big upset. I got UConn going down tonight to Oklahoma.
Wow, you in the brain.
There it is.
What do you think about the Martelli Jr. game, Bryant against Izzo tonight?
Yeah, they didn't do him any favors, did they? Does anybody have a more prepared for the NCAA tournament than Tom Izzo?
I know.
So, good for him. That's a great run. It's fun watching Phil on social media about what it's like being a fortunate team. That's all cool, but yeah, sorry, Phil Jr. probably ends tonight.
And North Carolina, very polarizing because a lot of people thought they should not have been in the tournament. They roll in the play-in game, and then today they got Ole Miss. They're a favorite.
They take Ole Miss today. I think North Carolina rides out that really good game they played the other night. Lesser opponent, obviously. But I think they give Ole Miss a game today and may even take that game.
Look at that.
No, he's with Brain again. I got Ole Miss tonight. Yeah, I
You're
got
with
Ole Miss.
You're with the Brain,
I got no
Bobby.
I'm anti-ACC this year.
Yeah, I can see that.
Who do you who do you got? So Florida's your choice to win it. Any sleepers you got? Anybody you like?
I had VCU winning 2 rounds, I think. So that
Me
kind
too.
of went by the wayside. But like when I looked at this one, Iowa State intrigues me because they started out so well, then they hit a little bit of a lull. But that's college basketball, right?
Yep.
They're a team I really want to keep an eye on. 3 seeds, so you're expecting good things, but they might go a little bit further than people think. But my bracket is chalk-like, and I'm not always like that. But this year, I just do think there is a cream of the crop, and I don't think that cream of the crop, meaning probably top 6 in the country, I don't think they're going to go anywhere before they get down to the Elite 8 and Final 4.
Well, I know what basketball game you're watching tonight. You're watching Sixers and Spurs.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Sixers in about 3 weeks. And I am not. I'll look at the box score and I'll get it loaded on my phone, but
You'll see Quentin Grimes shoot 14 for 37, and he'll drop 38 tonight, and they'll lose.
Yeah.
Bob,
Yeah.
you got to do that for your own mental health. It's like it's good looking out for your mental health to avoid them as much as you can.
I can't do it. I don't.
Yeah.
You know me. I love basketball. I love it to death. I don't like bad basketball.
Yeah.
And I watched enough of that when I was covering the process.
Well,
I don't.
I want to ask you about that for a second. Like, in all seriousness, what do you do, right? Like, going forward, Grimes has showed you he's got a little something, but you got 2 guards, right? Guys that are ball dominant. How do you look at Maxey, McCain, and Grimes going forward?
Well, that's the key, Ant, right? Going forward with what? Is Paul George still here? Is Paul George healthy? Is it going to be a piece you're still building around, or is he part of the change your offensive philosophy to say, okay, we're going to be a guard-heavy offense, and whatever Joel Embiid can give us for 28 minutes a night, that's what we'll take also. Where do you go exactly? Is Nick Nurse the coach next year? These guys that are playing now, you would normally be looking at saying, okay, he might be an 8th, 9th guy. He's a nice piece because you have the big 3, and Yabusele has proved himself. And like, okay, you have some other things there. But now you're relying on these guys. Grimes isn't an 18-point-a-night guy in the NBA if you have a full team. But the key is, how do you build forward? What do you have? What do you have in Embiid? What do you have in Paul George? And is that the way you're going to go? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, what would you advise? I mean, obviously you need to keep your pick. So, I mean, that's what we're seeing now. And I can't really kill. Listen, the whole league's messed up, but you can't have this year be a complete disaster and then not have the pick.
Right, no. You have to keep the pick. So look, it's easy for us to say, oh, Embiid, forget about it. But if we sit honestly and think and talk about it, what if you have a full summer of rehab and you try to get him righted, what's your guy's confidence level that he comes out in the first 10, 15 games of next year and you say, oh, wow, okay, he's fully healthy?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again.
I have 0 confidence right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what in the world. I heard 17. He's got 9 different opinions.
Jeez.
I heard that, yeah.
9 different opinions. I mean, I don't know what to think.
Some are of the belief that if you're getting that many opinions, maybe it's not fixable.
Yeah.
If you have a car that's running good and you take it to 9 mechanics and they can't find the problem,
yeah,
is not fixable.
Yeah.
I hate to say that. So then the bigger thing is, like you and I used to always talk about this when we were on the show together. So you always want to look a step ahead, right? The immediate thing in front of you is, all right, where's Embiid going to be?
Right.
The secondary thing past that is, how do you build if he's not there?
Right.
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
And that's the curse of the franchise right now, which is, you know, and going into the draft, you know, that it's a tough deal because it'd be great you keep the pick and see where you land, right? And then you get a piece. But truthfully, you got two aging, you know, guys that you're paying a zillion dollars to that I don't know how they fit in the mix.
Right. What are you putting that piece in? You have a bunch of different puzzles, right? You don't know what piece you're putting that in, even if you get a piece at number 6, or whatever it may be. Is my puzzle piece including Joel Embiid? Is it a guard-heavy offense? Is it not including Joel Embiid? I don't know. I don't know.
And I don't think, here's my issue with even Maxie McCain. You know, you still need a 1. Nobody's a 1.
No. And you know, you and I have talked about this so many times. You can't build an NBA team around small guards. You can't build, unless they're Steph Curry, and you know, you also have the second best shooter of all time in Klay Thompson next to him. But no, you can't build around a Tyrese Maxey. You can't build around a Tyrese Maxey / McCain backcourt. You can't do it. I mean, that's not the. So they're going to have to, with that pick, probably find the best wing guy that they can find that is an athlete, a shooter, a scorer, a great all-around player, and then just see how it all plays out.
It's been amazing. We have not had any wings ever. I can't. You know, it's unbelievable during this
Roku?
this whole process. There was no wings, all thighs and breasts.
Yeah, and it's organizationally, it's just killed them. It just has killed them, and everything that they've tried. This is, the puzzle that's in my head from when I was covering them to afterwards and all. Like, why? Why do guys come here and not fit, not get better, not, Al Horford?
Great question.
You bring in Al Horford at the time, I liked it. I thought he and Embiid could play together.
So did I.
I don't think Brett Brown handled that well. And Brett and I argued about it an awful lot. But look what happens. He goes to Boston, where they just figure out pieces perfectly. Oh, you're going to fit. He's 58 years old, and he's still playing really good basketball.
But here's the problem, right? They couldn't spread the floor. There was space. You can't get past the geometry, right? And the minute you have Simmons that can't space the floor, and Embiid, who is not a true spacer but likes to play out, you don't have it. That's why their best season was when you had the Euros, right? Because the Euros spaced the floor for you offensively.
I loved it, and I had a big argument with Colangelo about that when they got rid of Ilyasova. They brought him back. I didn't understand. Like, there was a guy that fit. There was a piece that fit. A big name. Like, even look at Jimmy Butler, and you and I think we were working together when he came in. We love that move. But if you look at it now, they really never fit him in correctly. Jimmy Butler was good here, but he wasn't Jimmy Butler here.
No.
And
Tobias was a mid-range guy. Tobias kind of clogged you up. There was never a creator, true scorer on the wing. And that's what they've lacked this whole time.
Never, ever got it. When they tried, what happened? It all fell apart.
Yeah. My brother, you're the greatest. I love talking basketball with you, buddy. You really are.
Man. You got baseball season coming up for the Bookies, right?
Yeah. We've been at it. By the way, it's overtime here on this show, as always, from Parx OT. Yeah, buddy. We're at Ripken next weekend. So
nice.
We have the big tournament in Aberdeen, Maryland at Ripken. This year, we go to Cooperstown. We go to South Carolina. So we got plenty of stops along the youth baseball season.
All right, if you need a navigator while you're driving down there, you call me. I'll sit shotgun and I'll get
I
you
love
down
it.
there, Ant.
All right, good.
You're the best.
Let's do it, brother. I would love that.
All right.
Thanks, pal.
See
The
you, Bob.
great Bob Cooney checking in. We love him. Our friend Bobby C.
Kuno.
He is the man. How about this? Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did Frage put the order in, right?
Yep.
Did you put the order in knowing that we'll probably just nibble and then that you'll get round 2?
Yeah.
At home?
know he did.
You caught me. You know exactly what I was doing. Yeah, exactly what I was doing. Yeah.
I could see it.
I know
No,
it.
they came up. They're like, "Hey, you guys want food?"
No,
I was
no,
like, yeah, sure.
Did you get the pizza?
I didn't get the pizza. We got the same thing as yesterday. But
Yeah.
Hey, I enjoyed it last night. I'll enjoy it again today.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. The poutine.
Yeah, no egg though.
There's a giant egg on it.
I know, but you take the egg off.
Yeah. Did you hear from Todd?
He's here. Yeah, he's ready to go. Yeah, we were
I
just
love
talking
it.
about Paradise.
Oh, good. We are live at Parx Casino. It is day 2 of the tournament. It is festive. Do yourself a favor and get down here. It's so much fun. We love it here. It's great. This food is unbelievable, and it's like bargain. Like great food for cheap.
$10 for boneless wings.
Are you kidding me?
Can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. All right, here in overtime, we love them every Friday. What to watch other than basketball? Our man, TV Tom.
The intro is not here, so it's time for TV Todd. Oh, that's me.
That's you. All right.
There we go. He's here.
By the way, real quick, Aaron Rodgers is at Steelers training facility today.
Oh, yeah, taking a look, see how the facilities are.
It appears that Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers are closer to a deal.
That's
All right?
nice. That's nice.
All right. Let's get my man, Todd. Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon, guys. BG, I love the show, brother.
You what?
I love your shirt.
Oh, nice.
You love that, huh, buddy?
Yeah, I'm trying
That's
to.
fantastic.
That's fantastic. I love it.
It's for the beer, actually, the Eraserhood IPA from Love City. Big fan. Yeah.
So it's a party. Do you revel in the tournament? Are you a tournament man?
Listen, I'm not the biggest college basketball fan, but you know that we're doing the Patino show.
Right.
So, I have a rooting interest this time I didn't have before.
The deeper that Rick goes, the more shows you're going to get.
Yeah, we did a deal to cover the entire run, so as long as they go, we'll be filming.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
And
it's a great series.
They're interesting, man. It's a great series. Tom Farrell, that you work with at the workshop, does such great work. I mean, it's a great show, man. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We're really getting a lot of great feedback, and Rick has been great in giving us access.
Yeah, he's into it, huh? He's pretty.
He is. Listen, he has his moments. I mean, there's times where he throws us out of the locker room, but that's all part of the drama.
Right. Yeah, that is part. That's the beauty of the reality, right? All right, my brother. I know you got something for me, and I'm real excited about this show. All right, real excited about this. Tell me about this movie that's coming out.
Yeah, so the reason I'm in my car today, I know I look like Uncle Frank or something driving around. The reason I'm here is I'm about to walk in to a theater behind me, and I'm going to see a movie called The Alto Knights. ALCOKNIGHTS. It's the name of a social club from the 1950s in New York. Now here's the thing, and BG, I know you're going to have an instant reaction to this, so let me get this out. So, Nicholas Pileggi, probably one of the greatest crime screenwriters of all time. He did Casino, he did Goodfellas. He wrote this movie. Gary Levinson is directing this movie. Diner, Rain Man.
Nice.
I mean, these are the biggest filmmakers of our
Heavyweight.
generation, right? And this movie, now here's what gets crazy. This movie is about the mafia wars in the 1950s between Frank Costello and Vito Genovese. Both of those characters in this movie are played by Robert De Niro.
You know what? What do you think? No!
Out on
Hear me
that?
out.
No, he's
hear me
playing both guys.
Just hear me out
Why?
on this.
Why? There's plenty of actors out there.
I know. Well, here's the thing. Of course, it's going to get, immediate weird reactions, bad reviews, whatever. Here's the thing. Nicholas Pileggi, 91 years old. Barry Levinson, 81 years old. De Niro, 80-something years old. This is probably the last De Niro gangster mafia movie, Nicholas Pileggi, Casino Godfellas, that we are ever going to have, ever. Need to see it.
Nah, I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of old men. Just,
What are you, an ageist?
yeah, maybe I am. No, because Clint Eastwood's still doing good movies. He's like 96. But, I mean, come on. De Niro's going to play 2 roles.
Listen to the disdain, Todd.
Go out. Why you got to do a gimmick?
Did you not watch Zero Day?
If you're going to go out doing
Day.
some great stuff.
He was great
He
in
was
Zero
great
Day.
in Zero Day.
He was.
Yeah.
I thought he was good. He still has chops.
He's always going to have chops, but does he really need to play 2 roles? Come on. It's a gimmick.
Well,
Todd, let me ask you, as an attorney in this business, does he get paid for 2 roles, or is it just one fee to play both roles?
He probably gets an increased fee for playing both roles.
Well, good on him. It's good
so
for him.
you think it's about the money?
I mean, it's good for. I didn't know if they were trying to save money and had him play both roles. Just a lot of great actors out there.
Sure. Well, listen, I don't think they were trying to save money. I mean, it's a $45 or $50 million movie. But at the end of the day, listen, I watched the trailer and I felt something. I'm like, this is important for all of us that love these films. I'm sitting here on a Friday. The film opens up right behind me. I got to see it. I think the trailer looks, I have to say, you're right. It may end up being not good, whatever. But the trailer is pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good, man.
Good.
I love what Todd gets like that. So, Todd, is it streaming? Will it be streaming?
It will be streaming. These movies are streaming so fast now. So I'm sure within a few weeks, a month, it'll be on demand for $20, $25, whatever. But who knows? It's funny that no one is really talking much about this. I think it's just a monumental project when you think about the talent of these people and the fact that this is the last go round for this type of thing. It really is. And so
I'm with you.
You got to see it.
I'm with you. I'm going to go to the theater to see it. I'm right there with you, man. I think it's an important movie, and I want to see it. I love it, and I've been trying to make my bones in that world anyway. And I can't wait to see it. I love those period pieces.
Well, no one knows more about this story than you, so I think you're going to be particularly interested in it. I got a great Nicholas Pileggi story. So I worked on a film with his wife, Nora Ephron, and of course I'm a huge Pileggi fan. So I kind of fanned out a little bit, and I told him all about it. So I got in the mail, weeks later, his assistant or someone else sent me a signed copy of this Casino script signed by Bobby D.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great, really nice guy.
To see your do you have a few items that you've collected that mean a lot to you over the years?
Yeah, I have a few. I have some movie memorabilia that I've put away for sure. Some John Waters stuff he signed for me. That kind of thing. So yeah, I love that kind of stuff. But I'm just a big fan of his writing, and I'm just excited about this. And by the way, there is so much good television right now. I am like, not only is the Severance finale tonight, it's like 90 minutes or something. Mythic Quest is wrapping up. This new show, Adolescence, on Netflix. I cannot believe this new show on Netflix.
Dude,
it's called.
The fact I watched the first episode, I was telling Cuz the fact that it's one take, one shot per episode, it's insane.
Insane, BG.
One shot. How do you do that?
And they change locations, right, Todd? They go from like a house to a police station all in one shot.
Yes, dude. Not only do you have to do rehearsal,
Yeah.
you have to clear the streets, clear the locations, get the actors ready to go on cue. It is a tremendous feat to pull this off. And cuz our boy Stephen Graham is in it. It's amazing so far.
I gotta be in on that. I love him. He's fantastic.
Do you guys remember True Detective Season 1?
Yeah.
When they do that one-shot take when they're going through the that one neighborhood and he's like breaking through the houses and that was one of the best scenes in all of television.
You're totally right. Fraser, you're absolutely right on that one. This reminds me, one of the things I really loved about Paul Thomas Anderson, Magnolia Boogie Nights, is that he does a lot of those long one-shots. I find them so fascinating and so real. But I watched the first episode of Adolescence, and I'm telling you, it's powerful. Like, it rocked me.
That's awesome.
Man, I'm looking at the first review I got of this Alto Nights. Woof. The unimaginative rendering of the Alto Nights plays less like an ode to a genre than a wheezing retread. Woof.
Wow.
Come on, that's easy. Anyone could write a review like that. Let's pay tribute to these amazing artists.
Thank you, Todd.
You go see the musicians you like. Do you go buy their new albums and go see them on concert? Other than The Cure.
Of course.
Other than The Cure.
No, Todd's that, but that's exactly what he does. He celebrates content and the creators of content.
I mean, I love
whether
Motley
it's
Crue.
film,
I'm not going to
TV, music.
I'm not buying a new Motley Crue record.
Yeah, but you support that stuff. I respect that.
VG, sometimes you're missing gems because, I'll give you an example. Like last year I went to see Tears for Fears, right? And they have a new record out.
Mm-hmm.
It is the best music I've ever heard them do in their entire career.
All right, you get lucky every now and then, I guess. I mean, I saw the Rolling Stones. Hackney Diamonds isn't exactly Let It Bleed.
Hackney Diamonds was I thought it was a great record, though.
Great.
Yeah.
The disdain's coming from his
You
voice.
spend too much time watching TV and not listening to music. Come on, Todd. Great.
There's good stuff now. The Fix, a band like The Fix put out some stuff recently that's great.
You know The Fix, Ant?
I don't.
One thing, but one thing leads to another.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a late 80s.
Yeah. I don't, me, when it comes to music, I'm challenged.
You know who else put out, VG, you know who else put out a good record last year? Limp Bizkit.
Come on, Limp Bizkit, Bob.
I mean, I appreciate Fred, but I'm not there.
All right. I like it. I'm with you. Celebrate the artists.
That's right.
I love your passion for it. And we should. We're too quick to do that. We're too quick to poop. All right.
And by the way, all these critics, and I'm not saying they're going to be wrong in this instance, but they instantly go for the bad reviews. It's all about clickbait.
Yeah, I agree. It's that negativity. I hate it. I hate the negativity. Celebrate.
I'm gonna come back on next week and I'll give you an honest review. If it sucks, I'm gonna tell you.
You always are honest. That's what makes you TV Todd. You're real about it, and you go into it, and it's not about you or some quip. It's about what you truly saw. I would always respect that, man. That's why you're the best, brother.
I'll celebrate Barry Levinson. I'll go watch Tootsie this weekend.
Diner. DG, Diner is the ultimate Barry Levinson movie.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Diner a bazillion times.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah. That's a great movie. The Test. Nothing better than The Test. The Test.
Amazing.
Gives the Colts test to his fiancée.
Steve Guttenberg.
Yeah, That's fantastic. My brother, we love you, buddy. Enjoy the movie, man. Text me. Let me know how it is.
I will. Enjoy the weekend, boys.
Thanks,
See you,
buddy.
Todd.
TV Todd. Check it in. Here it is. Man, it is packed here at Parx Casino. What a party. What a party here. This place is great. All right, this place is fantastic. Let me give you an update on the scores, VG. Baylor's up at halftime, 37-32. And Bama, Bob Morris hanging with Bama. 32-29, dude. They're only down 3. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, first half.
All right. Come on, man. My buddy's probably so fired up.
Bob Morris. All right, what's on tap for you?
I'm going right to the pub.
You going right there?
Nah, I'm going to a bar today. You know, Neil's more of a bar. I go to the bar today.
Yeah.
Hanker in for about 8 to 10 hours. It's Friday night, maybe 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, a little after hours if I'm still standing.
You'll be standing. What about you, Frage?
He's going to be eating.
Round 2 on the food and watching more games.
Yes. Yeah, that's fantastic.
What are you up to?
Me?
You and Tooch getting together?
Nah, I wish Tooch is already down there. Then the whole thing, like, he's doing it. He's down the shore having his big party.
Oh, nice.
I'm here, and hanging out. And then I got kid duty.
All right.
We got baseball and football. And how you doing, buddy? All right. Oh, Chris guy, I love him. He's a great man. I'm sorry, I'm on the air. I didn't mean to, Great. Tell Chris to give a hug for me. All right, love him. I didn't mean I felt bad. We're on the air trying to do the show. We got 1 million people, and it's awesome. It's great. It's fantastic. All right, that's going to do it for us.
Back in the day?
Oh, yeah, well, I forgot back in the day. It's Friday. My head's like wandering. There's so much stimulus.
This is important back in the day.
What do we got?
Do we have the music for it? Oh, there we go.
We're going back. We're going back in the day with Riding. Yeah.
March 21st, 2004.
04. March 21, 04. Wow, is that St. Joe's?
The Veterans Stadium is imploded.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
30 seconds away from the actual implosion. Here's a live shot from Chopper 6. Take a look at the situation up high. Here's the final countdown.
2, fire!
There it goes.
Chuck Street. 5, 4, 3, 2, fire! What?
Yeah.
I was there that morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. We did in fact, all night Saturday night, we poured one out to the vet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we had my
great.
cousin with me, and we said goodbye to the vet. I cried.
Yeah,
I cried. I remember that day, man.
Yeah.
I always wish I got a chance to go there.
We did the show from where the turf club, where Parx was.
Oh, yeah.
Like right there,
Nice.
looking out at the vet. Man,
Very cool.
that was something.
Yep.
All right, boys, that's going to do it. Everybody, listen, have fun, Bo.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy yourselves.
Enjoy the tournament.
All right, have a great day. We love you. Enjoy the hoops. We'll see you on Monday.
We all silly like the mayor.